This is 97.9 WRMF, Palm Beach.
Funyuns versus Pringles pizza flavored.
This is a tough one.
I ate Funyuns every day for lunch in high school. I love them.
Talk about destroy the roof of your mouth, though.
They do.
Funyuns are like a razor blade.
They are. They're
You ate
tough. You're
Funyuns
right.
every day in high school and you had a mullet? What a catch.
So stinky.
Terrible.
There's no way. Funyun,
The hormonal odor
There
combined
were
with the
zero
Funyun.
appealing things going on with me.
there's no way you didn't get Funyun dust in that mullet. There's no
It's terrible,
way.
yeah. Terrible. I was a mess. And sad to say, I was about the best we had.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. Show don't get her pissed. It's Jason called so you spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
What's going on, everybody?
Good morning.
Happy Tuesday to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Just kind of every single day, new surprises, new things, huh? It's crazy. The world around us, just seeing everything is going on. Looking at the rest of the world, see what's happening, see what's happening even here in the United States and then going on in South Florida.
It's kind of like a surprise birthday party, but horrifying.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that hurricane that's coming, but it just takes us forever. And it's like a global hurricane. Oh, okay, everybody's going to get it, just so you know.
And it's going to last for maybe 8 months.
Till probably August.
I don't think they even know. I think that the information's coming in so quick.
Well, yesterday I listened to that little press conference, and then, Trump said July or August.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Probably, yeah.
I was thinking June, but July or August.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, I guess, the way we're living right now is how we'll have to live all the way through the summer. So would that mean, what would they do if that were the situation, what do they do with kids' school? Do they try to figure a way to get everybody all their coursework done online somehow?
They can't
Or do
because
you
not
finish-
everybody has the internet.
So I saw in some instances, there are some places, I think it was somebody, I don't even know because these are national interviews, but there was one town where they're talking about even doing that in some neighborhoods that didn't have internet, and they're bringing in trucks that have their internet trucks, and they're finding stations and ways to
The
try to
Wi-Fi
get
truck.
Yeah, to try to get internet even into those neighborhoods so that every kid is going to be able to do this. Because otherwise, you're going to be finishing this school year starting in what, September, when the next school year is supposed to begin. And then what do you do then? I mean, you're looking at if that were the case, kids wouldn't have a summer vacation for 2 years. Follow me?
Yeah, I think it's going to be rough.
Yeah, if that were the case.
I saw some people discussing online talking about how, well, here's a good time to maybe teach your kid how to change a tire, change the oil, do other things to teach your kid that's maybe not, they'd learn in a
other
classroom.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to turn a negative into a positive.
Skill sets.
Skill sets.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great idea.
I think a lot of parents are going to be trying to figure that out. What are the best practices? What can I do with my kid? How can I keep them occupied? How can we make this time productive and do stuff? And you'll probably figure out little things every single day. But if you're a parent, you got it figured out better than some of us dumb parents. Share your wisdom. What is it that you're doing? I'm seeing some things online that people are doing. I saw I think Oprah yesterday was reading books. You can prop that up. So if you can't read, I don't know. But how would you like to have Oprah reading you a book?
I think people are just trying to keep their minds occupied.
Yeah.
I mean, Oprah reading a book, that's going to be appealing for some people.
That's what she's doing for kids. So it's like you could prop a celebrity up reading to them. So there are other little concerts that are happening. There are many celebrities that were online because you're canceling concerts right and left. Nobody can do a show.
We just signed a snack pack show, the first one in 5 years.
Yeah.
I think that might be on hold.
I think that's on hold.
But-
But here's the good news. Everything can be rescheduled.
Well, I like Kevin's idea yesterday on that email chain. Maybe do a little virtual snack pack show.
There you go.
Come over to my house. We'll do a show for the
I've
11
seen
people that
people
want to see
doing
it.
that. I watched a show on Sunday night. This guy that was supposed to perform at the EC Theater, he said, I'm taking it to Facebook Live instead.
I love
and
it.
he sang his whole concert on Facebook Live. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, John Legend, Chris Martin, Pink. They have all done that. Celebrities that are putting stuff up online for you to see. So, yeah, we do a snack pack show. So with all that stuff going on, probably a lot of people are not even thinking, or it's not even in your mind that, today is actually St. Patrick's Day.
I didn't realize that until this morning. I know we talked about it briefly yesterday.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that till just now.
Yeah, I didn't even. I don't think I'm
Isn't
more
that crazy?
I'm not really in the spirit.
Well, hey, you're not going to stop being Irish if you're Irish. So, I guess we just got to find different ways to celebrate. You have your Jameson at home.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of Virginia.
Yeah.
I want to find a reason to celebrate today.
Absolutely. Every day you got to make something fun, right?
Yeah, let's have fun with it. I mean,
because if you're talking through August, or you're not going to have fun till August, we got to find ways to have fun.
I ain't going out like that. I'm
Yeah.
going to have some fun.
No doubt.
I'm not running around pinching anybody. You're not supposed to touch people.
No, I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying you still can have the spirit. The spirit is what's important.
Yeah, you know what? You just kind of like maybe on social media, or you FaceTime somebody and you pinch yourself in a place you want, be like, that's for you.
Virtual pinching.
Yeah, virtual pinching. We'll have to find different things to do. So there you go. Yeah, you got your green jacket. Get that thing on. Get going. Yeah, but you're right. Don't go pinching people.
Please don't.
That's, not something you can do. So there you go. Get a beer and get your green coat and get ready to go, baby.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
That's right. Here we go.
KVJ, dirt of the day. It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, good news. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson are out of the hospital in Australia, where they were for many days after testing positive for the coronavirus. They had been quarantined in the hospital. Now they're being quarantined in a rental property. They revealed their diagnosis while they were over there working on that Elvis Presley movie, which, of course, is shut down now because of the coronavirus. It looks like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are stepping up in a big way. They announced they're donating $1 million to 2 hunger relief organizations, helping some of the most vulnerable as we battle the corona pandemic. It looks like they are giving $1 million to be split between Feeding America and Food Banks of Canada. Of course, each of them are one from America, one from Canada. So that's awesome, stepping up to help their countries. Mm-hmm. And dang, the coronavirus got Idris Elba. Yesterday, he took to social media to tell everybody that he had tested positive for the coronavirus.
He's one of those actors, did not know he had a British accent.
Really?
Yeah, I did not know that. Unless he's not British, but this sounds British to me.
He is.
Okay.
He's not faking.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's see what he's got to say here.
This morning, I got some test results back for coronavirus, and it came back positive. And it sucks. Listen, I'm doing okay. I didn't have any symptoms. I got tested because I realized I was exposed to someone who had also tested positive. I found out last Friday that they were tested positive. I quarantined myself and got a test immediately. This is serious. There are people out there who aren't showing symptoms, and that can easily spread it. If you're feeling ill or you feel like you should be tested or you've been exposed, and do something about it.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Wise words. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, as with anything that goes on, you got the good and the bad. You were talking about Ryan Reynolds doing good, and other celebrities like Lady Gaga and Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber and Vanessa Hudgens are all stepping up, and they're doing, a bunch of good stuff, donating to food banks and other charities trying to help out. But Hillary Duff, she is a celebrity that is not happy with a lot of people, and there's nothing that sets her off more than when she sees footage like what was going on yesterday on Clearwater Beach or Daytona Beach with all these kids out there just partying their behinds off, getting all kinds of crazy. And she's got a message for you.
To all you young millennial assholes that keep going out and partying, go home. Stop killing old people, please.
Yes. Stop killing old people, please. She is not happy
That's
about
tough
it.
Duff right
She's
there.
not having
Tough
it.
Duff.
Tough
yes,
Duff.
You're right. Tough Duff. She is not messing around. Just to let you know, it is going to be harder to party for St. Patrick's Day. Delray Beach in Hollywood, bars and restaurants going to be closing at 10 p.m. starting today. but they're still open. Fort Lauderdale and Miami, they already have those restrictions. Hollywood, Dania Beach, and Hallandale Beach have since joined in closing their beaches, so that's not going to be happening as well. But other parts of Florida is not getting the memo. That seems to be the one thing that everybody's talking about, is not everybody's on the same page.
You're right. Well, because they were talking about this one restaurant that refuses to close.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to get like the law involved, and that's a separate problem from everything. You know,
Yeah.
now you have to deal with all that.
That's kind of it. And on Bourbon Street, you saw what they're trying to do, try to get the crowds to disperse there.
Yeah.
That was the teacher from Charlie Brown.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't know what they said, but I think they were trying to tell people to go home.
Yes, that's basically it. They've shut everything down. The casinos, bars, restaurants, all they're allowed to do is takeout and delivery in New Orleans. You cannot go into any establishment and sit down. And,
Wow.
They're shutting it down. Takeout and delivery only.
I'm wondering what the takeout delivery stuff is going on down here. I haven't ordered anything in the last, 48 hours. I was thinking about doing it today just to see what the process was like.
Most places you can do it. It should be no difference at all. McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, they started halting the dining in. Those are a couple national chains that have done that. But down here, the takeout delivery still pretty much should be the same. And we're trying to encourage people to do that, to still support these, especially the local restaurants.
The places that the people in there working, and you want to just throw a little cash infusion into their day.
This is the time, though, if you are a food delivery service, you have to make sure that stuff is covered and sealed.
Yeah.
Not all of them seal it.
Yeah, and if you feel weird at all, you can take whatever you get from delivery and reheat it in your own home.
That kills the corones?
Drop it in a frying pan or put it in the microwave for a minute and a half. It kills germs.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You can totally reheat delivered food that comes to you.
Yep, that's right. You're talking about the casinos in New Orleans shutting down. They're not doing that here.
Really?
Yeah, Seminole Casino, including Hard Rock and Seminole Casino Coconut Creek, are staying open. They're asking for people to respect social distancing.
It's coming.
How do you play blackjack that way?
They're going to shut it down.
You know what? What's interesting is they abide by different laws.
Really?
Yes, because
So maybe they
they
can't be
are.
Oh, because they're Indian casinos.
So that will be interesting to see.
Fascinating.
If they do not want to shut down, I don't know if they have to shut down.
Wow.
Gamble at your risk.
Mm-hmm. So who knows what's
That's
going to be
a
happening
lawless
next.
land in there. Wow.
Maybe. I guess we'll wait to see. But right now they are open.
Do you think if everything closed down but that stayed open, you'd still get jokers going out there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Through this whole thing, if there's a place that's going to be open, people, especially as this keeps going, people are already starting to get stir crazy, and we haven't even gotten into real legit curfews yet.
Well, did you see someone took a picture of the beach yesterday at Lauderdale, and people are still just together having fun?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they closed the beach.
I thought maybe the picture's from a day ago then.
I think it's from a day
Okay.
ago. Yeah, the new updated pictures, the
Yeah.
beach looks abandoned,
Got
as it
it.
should.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We got to stop. The beer bonging and the body shots, it's not helping anybody.
Tell that to Clearwater and Daytona. They're still raging. I think everybody just left Lauderdale Beach and Miami Beach, and they just went north.
Where can we go? North.
Find an open beach. Let's make it
Oh,
happen.
my.
Yep.
Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason? YouTube.com/KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about Jbird?
So that Corey Feldman documentary, I know you guys are going to be shocked, it illegally found its way onto YouTube.
Okay.
So wait, you can see it for free? You didn't have to pay the $60 or whatever?
It was $20, and it was a complete nightmare as far as the premiere for people to watch it online. They couldn't watch it online the first night. I think it took a whole 2 days. He thought this whole group, the Wolf Pack, was taking him down, but they addressed the Wolf Pack in this documentary, and it was pretty interesting. interesting. The Corey Feldman documentary that's on YouTube right now, not very good quality.
It's not, when you say that about a documentary, it's not very good quality.
As far as because someone ripped it and put it up there. Now, it's done well. I that's why I wanted to watch it. I wanted to see if it was going to be in typical Corey Feldman fashion, kind of low budget looking, and it was not. It was done very, very well.
Interesting.
Yeah, as far as the looks and how they executed it. And that whole Charlie Sheen stuff's interesting because Corey Haim's mom defends Charlie Sheen. But then Corey Feldman in the documentary tries to show that Corey Haim's mom is the leader of this wolf pack trying to bring him down. She's the one that led the whole charge of him getting stabbed, all of this stuff. And you kind of watch it going, I don't know what to really believe here.
That's crazy.
I mean, I know bad stuff happened to Corey Haim, and I know bad stuff happened to Corey Feldman. The stuff that I wonder, how much involvement does Corey Haim's mom have of bringing Feldman down? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are the people that Feldman's trying to bring down, are they so powerful to where they have this wolf pack on him, and they're trying to kill him and trying to shut him down? Because people's counter to that is, but Corey, there's so many people coming forward with their stories now, and they're not being threatened with their life.
But Corey, you're so over dramatic and always making a big deal and stretching it out.
But it was worth it. If I would have paid $20, I wouldn't have been disappointed.
Okay.
So I was just wondering if it was worth it or not. It is there illegally. I'm not sure how long. It's going to be on YouTube.
So you can't just go watch it legally now? It was a one-time only thing?
That's what he said.
If it's only $20 to get the better quality version of it, it's worth it.
But if you wanted to watch it twice, he charged you twice for it. So if you want to watch, it was $40 out of your pocket. And that was the problem some people had with it.
You got to make some money somehow.
And people defended him on that end, too. So
What you got in your mind today, Virginia?
So Mags told me something. I don't know if you guys have heard this or if this is even true, but she said that the beaches here locally in West Palm and Palm Beach and all that are going to shut down tomorrow.
I love these mags.
These Mags facts.
Mag facts.
This is the source that said sneezing's not a sign.
Right, and that was wrong.
The holding your breath for 10 seconds, that was wrong.
That was wrong.
That was wrong, yeah.
So
So
she
give us
said
some more wrong facts.
all the beaches are supposed to close tomorrow. So she's been petitioning hard for the past 12 hours that today I have to bring her to the beach because it's the last beach hurrah. And I've been telling her, well, Mags, if
She has a pipeline to local government?
I guess so.
Okay.
I mean,
that's good.
She's on the gram and the TikTok. Maybe
Oh,
it's
okay.
there. I
Yeah.
don't
She's
know.
15.
She's about to be 15.
She's 14.
Yeah, she's about to have no birthday party when her birthday hits during the corones. But should I stick to my guns and say no? If they're about to close the beaches, you don't need to go to the beaches. You're the reason why. Or should I let her go to the beach today for the last hurrah? I bring her to the beach all the time. I don't know if you see on our Instagram. We're always at the beach. And the reason we're at the beach is because we're bringing Mags, and then I just stay and play with Rocco while she goes with her friends. And then, but we're always at the beach. And I do feel bad taking the beach away from her starting tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I think it just depends upon where you, which side of the fence you're on. Some people are being very militant about trying to stay away from other people and their social distancing. Other people are very loose with it. I know you've got people with compromised immune issues in your own home.
I do. She's one of them.
Yeah, and
she's
so
got asthma.
Yeah, so all it takes is that one, experience, and then it could run rampant through the entire house. So it just depends upon, how you're setting your own precedent in your own home.
Are people still, and I know you can't get it from the dogs and cats, are people still holding and petting and loving on their animals? I wonder, because I am. I'm not. I have not. I mean, I wash my hands after, but I'm still, loving on Chewy.
Yeah, well, I think it is with animals. What I've heard on that is that you could have the coronavirus on their fur, but the animals themselves are not contracting the disease.
That's good.
Yes.
So if it's on its fur though, and you're hugging it, you would
Bathe
get
it.
it that way.
Bathe it, and then, if it's out and it's socializing, you probably want to bathe it to knock any coronavirus off of it. But if you've done that and the dog is relatively newly clean, then hug and kiss away.
I mean, good thing Chewy loves social distancing. He does not get along well with
See, that's
others.
good. Yeah, then you're probably going to be more than fine. As far as the beaches go, we talked about Fort Lauderdale, Miami Beach. Hollywood, Dania Beach, Hallandale Beach, they're saying pretty much don't do it. Somebody just texted in, though, and said the Hobe Sound Beach and the beach that's on Jupiter Island yesterday were completely packed with people.
Yeah, see, that's our beaches. That's where we go. Hobe Sound, we go Jupiter Island, we go Juneau. I don't think it's a good time to go if they're saying stay away from people and everybody bring their ass to the beach.
Well, just use your head. Go to the beach, because she may not be able to go to the beach. Go to the beach. Don't go near any people, and you'll be fine. There's not this stance where you have to be like, well, I said we're not going to go anywhere, and we can't go to the beach now. Be flexible. Change it up, and just don't go by the cabana area or the bar area. But, yeah, if you want to go to the beach with Mags, you should do it.
Yeah, Mags, just don't go to the bar.
Yeah. I was talking more to Mom.
Good luck. What I got on my mind, there is a lot of things that you can now watch on TV that have to do with viruses. I saw that, like, Pandemic is big on Netflix. You can watch that. Netflix has got all your viral needs.
They do.
If you want to feel afraid, Netflix is just the game for you.
Yeah, they're right there. There was a movie that I'd never seen. I don't know why or how, but the cast was amazing. And after looking at and watching this movie, I was like, okay, you know what? Coronavirus, not so bad. Have you ever seen the movie Outbreak?
Is that with Dustin Hoffman?
It is an amazing cast. It's got, I was like, wow, it came out in 1995. It's got Dustin Hoffman, Rene Russo, Morgan Freeman, Kevin Spacey, Donald Sutherland, Cuba Gooding Jr., Patrick Dempsey, a young Patrick Dempsey, McDreamy. Back in the day, I'm like going, what a cast.
So
That's
funny.
crazy.
Yeah, Dennys was telling me about this movie yesterday and says it's an excellent movie.
It was very good. It's a crazy, ridiculous virus that spreads super fast, and when you get it, you're dead in like a day, and it's, violent and awful and just, the most horrifying kind of thing you could get.
I was going to watch it. I was, trying not to sleep that much.
I watched it last night before I went to bed, slept great. I was good, yeah. But it was I'm like, wow, I missed that movie. So
yeah, I'm going to watch it.
A lot of viral movies, and not viral in the way that you normally think now, but a movie about viruses that is out there. But if you've not seen that is on Netflix and something that you can check out. Alex is on here from Royal Subs talking about delivery, dine-in, that kind of stuff, and how it's working. You say you're doing no contact delivery, and I assume that would be it. Alex, can you tell me exactly how no contact delivery works?
Well, it's not just me, but we also offer delivery services like DoorDash and Uber Eats, and we got the idea from them because I got an email saying that customers, whenever they place their orders, can leave a message for a drop-off point for their takeout food and for their delivery food, and it's the same thing with us in store and with our deliveries now. So we just started doing online ordering as well at both of our locations. And so the customers have the ability to leave us a message. And so if they would feel comfortable with us bringing the food to their car, they don't even have to walk into the establishment. All the transactions are made online. And so it just makes it easier for us to provide the food without having to put them in a situation where they're in front of a lot of people. And we're really quick with what we do anyways, so there's never a ton of people in the restaurant at one time anyways, because we're takeout and delivery only. Mm-hmm. But it just makes it simple for us to provide that. You wear gloves in the kitchen, so now we wear gloves when we handle money and when we handle bags. And if someone gets takeout food, everything is packaged and sealed before they leave the establishment. If it's delivery, it's the same thing. And if someone's afraid to be in contact with somebody else, then they tell us where to leave the food, and we leave it there.
Okay. Yeah, that's smart. I think that we're coming up with new designs on how to do this social distancing and to still maybe get the best out of life and still respect the distance that we need to make to stop the spread of this virus.
And there's certain dishes, in my opinion, that are just less Corona-like. You know what I mean? There's some that you have to prepare, and there's a lot of ingredients, and a lot of, you're moving and you're cutting, and then there's some you just make real quick, and all right, on to the next thing. Like a pizza doesn't scare me at all.
Of course it doesn't.
It doesn't.
You're a man of the pie.
It's a few ingredients. You have gloves on.
If they take your pizza, they might as well take your life. You're done.
Depression will set.
You don't want to be here if you can't have pizza. I know that about you.
I bought emergency made easy dough from Publix. So.
Oh,
It's called emergency dough.
He has it in a little container. It says, "Don't break in case of emergency."
If emergency, break
then,
glass.
Then there you go, and you got dough ready to go.
But then you have dough and glass.
Well, you know,
I have emergency dough.
it's not a perfect plan.
I have emergency soda.
Glass sticks to dough real good.
It really does. Gets right in there. Kind of give a little bit of perspective. Somebody had texted in, there's a mom of a little girl at my kid's school that comes from Italy, and just kind of getting some word from her family there. She said that what is going on with a lot of the social situations is you really can't shop too much. You're not supposed to leave your house unless it's absolutely necessary in Italy, and you got to stay 6 feet away from one another. And if a person is in a small store, like her mom went to the bakery to buy bread, the others have to stay outside in line 6 feet away from one another.
Yeah, I saw that on TV. Like, there's people waiting in line, but they're all standing with like a big gap in between each other.
So weird. And if like somebody goes down an aisle, nobody else is allowed to go down that aisle until they finish getting their items and come down the aisle within a safe space.
And I don't know if this is true, but we're passing on whatever we're hearing. But they say we, as Americans here in our country, we're 14 days behind Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever Italy's going through, we're going to see it in 14 days if we don't stop this thing.
I'm being very serious when I ask this question. They say, coughing, sneezing, sometimes it can linger in the air a little bit. Let's say you go on an elevator, no one coughs, no one sneezes, but somebody who has the coronavirus farts, and a fart lingers. Honest question, can it be passed through gas?
We haven't done anal testing yet.
No, I don't believe so.
You don't believe so?
I would be really surprised. I'm 99% positive you cannot pass it through toots.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to ask the question.
Yeah. But that's not what I do is infectious disease. So if somebody has the definite on that, you can let us know.
Trust me, there'll be some fake fart story online. I'm just trying to cut it off at the pass.
There's a lot of fake stuff that is out there. Yeah, that's part of the problem is the misinformation that is coming in, and people are like going, well, I heard. And...
Well, I was playing this message for Virginia before the show. Someone gave me this message about what's about to come in the next 24 hours, but like, keep it under wraps. You're not supposed to know this.
And that's usually, that's the first sign is when you get this special information that nobody else has.
My brother-in-law works for the government, and I got this special message. Like, everybody's sending messages like that right now.
But so they send me the message. It's this woman. She comes on. She's like, my friend works for the CDC, and they said A, B, and C. This is what's going on. I played it for you, but I'm not supposed to.
And we don't know if it's true.
I have no idea what's real or what's fake.
But they're saying like lockdown is coming. Like there's about to be curfews and all this other stuff. But I mean, really, none of us know. We're just passing on something we heard, and we won't know definitively until our local and national governments make decisions.
Yeah. I assume what you probably see in a country like Italy is possibly and likely what we'll wind up seeing here. So that's why I kind of look at that and say, okay, that's probably, and I'm still not like that's definite, but that's probably what we'll see here.
It makes sense. I mean, when you think about, the numbers, and then when you look at a place like China and, they shut it down, and now their workers are returning back to work. They're not seeing, the disease stopped. It stopped the growth of it because they shut it down.
I'm not sure how accurate this story is, but they're saying because everyone's been staying in at China that their air's gotten better.
Yeah, no, that is true. In fact, it's not just China. Any place where they've done the quarantine, they're seeing. In fact, I was reading it was in Italy, and I can't remember what town. Maybe it was Venice with the canals. But they said that you could see down to the bottom now, and the water is cleared up because they don't have the pollution and the traffic that's on it. So
crazy.
Yeah, it really kind of goes to show you what an infectious disease humans can be on planet Earth.
Well, it's exposed.
We are the coronavirus.
Yeah, if Earth's the dog, we are the fleas.
Well, Earth is starting to flourish now when everyone leaves and it goes inside.
Right.
That is messed up to think about what we're doing to our planet.
Yeah, that happened in China. It's happened other places. So it's a lesson and an eye opener too for people that say, hey, look, we got to realize that We are really not adding to this planet with some of the things we do.
So maybe this is all part of a bigger picture to show us, hey, dummies.
There's good and bad that'll
Look
come
what you're
out of it.
doing.
Yeah. I think there will be at the end of this. We'll look, say, hey, we learned some valuable lessons. We reconnected with one another, and we hopefully will walk away from this better coming out of it than going into it.
You're making me think early on a Tuesday.
That's what we do, Virginia, every now and then.
We need to think.
We do need to think.
Yeah, we
We
don't do
need
it
to
often.
think a lot. This is giving us a good thinking moment.
Coming up here in a couple of minutes, make you think a little fact or fiction. Don't want you to forget, today is St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get some St. Patrick's Day fact or fiction.
I put my beer away. I just didn't feel like there was a St. Patty's vibe.
He took off his green celebratory jacket.
I opened up the beer.
Put his beer away.
Opened up the beer. I'm like, I don't think anyone's feeling this. All right, I'm just going to put this back.
You know, sometimes you got to swing. And you miss. But you got to swing.
What do you think about this? Fact or fiction, the blood alcohol limit for drunk driving in Ireland is twice as high as it is in the U.S.
I hope that's not true.
Is that fact or fiction?
Fiction.
You're
I'm going to
gonna
go.
say fiction.
Yeah, I'm going to go fact.
You're going to go with fact. All right, what is it? We'll let you know next.
They're telling all the bars and restaurants that they can sell back their alcohol and at least get some cash infusion for whatever product they have currently and that they're not able to use. I was like, okay, that's kind of smart. The state's taking it back and giving them cash.
People keep putting pictures up at the grocery store of all the food kind of being gone. How is it at the liquor store? People hitting up the liquor store?
I did. I hit the liquor store over the weekend. I got some nice gin in case I want to make some martinis or gin and tonics. And I also got a little, like a Tia Maria. You know what that is? It's like a coffee liqueur.
Okay.
I put it in my coffee and sweetened it and gave it a little...
Yeah.
Was it crazy there?
Nope. I was the only person in there.
All right. I have a meeting at Publix Liquors today.
Yeah, no, it looks fine. I was just in there the other day. You're doing fine.
The shelves were stocked. I did not see a run on anything, at least where I went.
Well, that's just it. And what they're trying to get the message out for people here is that they expect the food supplies to be fine. There's no reason to hoard anything.
Yeah,
You're going
that's
to be able to go out.
confusing.
Yeah, this isn't, hurricane where everything's going to be shut down. You're not going to be able to get out. As of right now, it looks like you're still going to be able to get the supplies you need.
And we're going to have power. We're going to have, all the conveniences aren't going away. So it's no time to like freak out and panic. You'll still be able to go to the grocery and the drugstore.
Right. People don't know how to react to all this.
I know. I get it.
They
I
really
get
don't.
it. It's a weird time.
Yeah.
And you're right. It is a weird time.
It's a hurricane with power, which is hard to wrap your brain around.
Yes.
But it's global hurricane, so you're like, huh?
It is. So, but this segment is all about Ireland. Let's do it.
It's time to gain some knowledge. You learn more here than you would in college. We're the smartest radio station. We are the leaders in education. Is it truth? Is it lies? Kevin's the host. He's got beady eyes. Fact or fiction?
Yeah. Here we go. Fact or fiction? St. Patrick's Day version here.
Should I grab my beer for this?
Your boy really wants a drink. Go ahead.
Just grab it.
Yeah.
I mean, you opened
Yeah.
it. At this point, you opened it and then put it back in the fridge, so you're wasting beer, which is more offensive than not respecting the coronavirus. Mm-hmm. You got to drink a beer. You opened it.
That's right. It's too late to turn back now. That's a good one. What do you got there? Like give a nice
That looks like a
little
little IPA, yeah.
Okay.
These came from one of our lovely listeners.
This came from Memphis, right?
That brought them from Tennessee, yes.
Memphis,
Tennessee. Traffic IPA.
Okay. Beautiful. Love that. All right, what do you think about this? Fact or fiction? St. Patrick's Day was named an official holiday in the U.S. even before Christmas was officially recognized. Is that fact or fiction, Virginia?
Oh, my goodness. Before Christmas?
Yes, before Christmas.
Fiction.
You're going to say fiction. You are correct. Uh-oh. Yeah, she's bringing it today.
She's on it.
Yeah, she is. St. Patty's Day, just so you know, is not even an official holiday in the U.S.
I'd beg to differ. Exhibit A, Your Honor.
Tell the guy drinking a beer at 6:50 in the
his
morning.
mind, it's officially on. Yeah.
It's early, I get that. But
Top of the morning
it's
to
a
ya.
holiday.
Fact or fiction for you, Bird. The number of Americans who have Irish ancestry is 3 times the current population of Ireland. Fact or fiction?
Is a fact, me lad.
Aha, fact. Actually, it's fiction.
Damn it, Bird.
Because it's 8 times.
8? Oh, it's more.
8.
Oh, well, that's Kevin trickery
Yeah,
right there. You get hurt. Easy
That's some
one.
rigging, y'all.
Fell into my trap.
Always trying to make you look dumb.
Doesn't take much.
There are about 36.5 million Irish Americans, and the population of the Republic of Ireland is about 4.5 million.
Okay.
Dang, that's not very big at all. In fact, what do you think about this? Fact or fiction, Virginia? Ireland and Indiana are roughly the same size and have about the same population.
Indiana?
Think about how often we celebrate Indiana.
Never been. I have no bearing whatsoever.
Yeah.
Can't
good.
even visualize it. Oh.
What do you think? Is that fact or fiction? Ireland and Indiana. Same size,
Indiana?
about the same population.
Show's over at 10.
I know. Two options.
Can you just answer?
Angry drunk.
She's taking it very seriously. Like there's money riding on it.
I know. This doesn't mean anything.
Pride, a perfect score.
You're right. You're right.
Fact.
That is a fact. Yes. You got the perfect score right in Virginia. Yes, that is a fact.
I'm going for a perfect imperfect score.
Fact or fiction here, Bird? Fitz, as in the first part of many Irish last names, like Fitzsimmons, used to mean bastard son of.
Oh, boy.
What do you think? Fact or fiction?
Fun moniker.
It sounds like Kevin trickery.
Mm-hmm.
So drink some beer and then give us your answer.
Fiction.
You're going to say fiction. No, that is fact.
I'm keeping my streak alive.
Yeah, you have not gotten one right. You're right. Yeah, so if you ever hear like Fitzsimmons, that's what that means.
Huh.
That's how they started that. Fitzpatrick,
Bastard.
son of.
Huh.
That's how they would identify it in Ireland.
It's kind of Game of Thrones-ish, isn't it?
It is.
It does feel Game of Thrones-ish, yes.
Like you're less than.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's kind of, I guess, and that probably really did mark how culture was there for a good part of it, because all land rights really were to, a rightful son, a rightful heir of.
Well, the beginning of Thrones, look how they treated Jon Snow. They weren't very nice to Jon Snow.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Maybe the beer's kicking in.
It's powerful, huh? Fact or fiction, Virginia? Boston was the first city in the U.S. to have a St. Patty's Day parade. Fact or fiction? Boston.
It's very Irish up there.
Oh, it is, yes.
Very.
They got the Celtics.
Very white.
Home of
Yes.
the
A
tea,
lot of pale skin.
home of the Tea Party.
Tea Party.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I want to say fact, but I think it's Kevin trickery. I'm going to say fiction.
Okay, for your perfect score, Virginia, it is over.
Damn it.
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to get a perfect score.
You're pumped?
Well, yeah, I can't lose and you win.
Yeah, it's a fact. It was held in 1761.
Oh, man.
Oh, before
Overthunk it.
before the what year?
1761.
Yeah, before the Declaration of Independence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe I'm drinking smart beer.
All right,
Or
let's
not.
see. Fact or fiction? The largest St. Patty's Day parade is held every year in Chicago. Fact or fiction?
I know this from the movie The Fugitive. That,
Yep.
my friend, is a fact with confidence.
Okay. Got the streak going.
What?
Is it contagious like the Corones?
Yeah.
Did I catch your bad streak?
The largest parade is in New York with almost 2 million
Okay.
in attendance.
That one in Chicago, though, they dye
big.
They dye the river green.
Yeah, they do.
That's cool.
We-
Because they
Chicago River,
canceled
yeah.
it.
We stayed at a hotel that overlooked that river.
We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, it's a really cool area right there, right by Michigan Avenue. Fact or fiction, Virginia, final round here. Whiskey gives you a worse hangover than vodka. Fact or fiction?
I need to pay attention.
Yeah, you do.
Whiskey does give you a worse hangover than vodka. I'm going to say fact.
That's fiction.
That is
That is
fiction. huh?
definitely
Because
fiction.
it's brown, right? They say stick with the clears. That's better. Because the brown means more sugar. And
Okay.
sugar gives you the hangover.
The witch is wrong a lot, but
Yeah.
this one she's extra wrong on.
Extra wrong.
Yes.
Extra wrong. She is extra right.
Dang it.
You were saying?
All right, your final wrong answer, Jbird.
Now you have to get it wrong. You better not get it right.
Okay, I'll try to be bad.
When he tries to be bad, though, he'll be good.
You're right.
Maybe that needs to be your new strategy. Try to be bad in everything you do.
This is a conundrum. Now he's trying to miss it. Don't you know he's going to get it right?
Everything he tries to throw, he'll win.
It's an interesting strategy. Maybe I should try that. All right, no name movie game on Friday. I'm going to try to lose.
He's going to get the highest score ever.
He'll never lose again. All right, fact or fiction. The blood alcohol limit for drunk driving in Ireland is twice as high as it is in the U.S. Is that fact or fiction?
Oh, he gave you the teaser question.
Yep.
The tricky one.
The tricky one.
It feels like a fact, so I need to go fiction. Fiction.
That is your strategy. So when it feels like a fact,
I can't be right.
I got to tell you, the new strategy is paying off.
Yes! But you didn't get the loss.
Victory!
You wanted all of them wrong.
That's okay. I learned something about myself.
He did learn something about it. He needs to try to be bad, and it'll be good. It's an odd little thing, yeah.
It is.
In case you're wondering, it's a 0.08, the same as it is in most U.S. states.
Okay.
They're the same as us, so don't try to go really big. I didn't know you guys had one.
I heard it was Dublin.
Yeah, no, they're not doubling the blood alcohol level.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second, I'll tell you about the intruders that made it to the homes of Jennifer Lawrence and Ariana Grande. Different intruders, different crazy people. Same day. Scary stuff. Before we get into that, though, R. Kelly is all upset because he can't get to his lawyers, and his lawyers have kind of given up on getting to him. It's just a part of the whole corona outbreak. The legal people don't want to go to the prisons, and the corrections personnel want to shut down all of the guests being able to come in and out of the prison. So R. Kelly, they say, is truly a trapped man now. He can't get any of his appeals going that he wants to get so bad because the Bureau of Prisons is now suspending visitors for the next 30 days. Interesting. Wow.
If there's somebody that needs to be quarantined, it feels like R. Kelly's on that list.
I'm okay with him being held up and not being allowed to go about his business as he was. So, one for the Corones. Hillary Duff is commenting on young people. She is not really happy with some of the stuff that she is seeing on social media. Here's Hillary.
To all you young millennial that keep going out and partying, go home. Stop killing old people, please.
I mean, okay, I want to defend the millennials here. Is it just millennials going out and doing stuff they shouldn't be doing? I don't think so.
There's idiots in every age group.
And Duff, you're a millennial too. What are you talking about?
In fact, I think she's kind of wrong. I don't think the millennials are necessarily doing it. I think it's the Gen Zers.
I think you're right.
It's the Zoomers.
It's the Zoomers.
It's the Zoomers that are doing it. Yeah, they're the ones that are at the beaches, at the bars, and everything else.
And two separate intruders, one of them walked right in to the home of Jennifer Lawrence. Sunday night around 9:15, sources say this crazy lady walked right up to Jennifer Lawrence's house and in through an unlocked front door. Jennifer was actually at home at the time of the break-in. So was her security team, luckily, and they grabbed this woman. It's like just so bizarre. But I mean, lock your front door. And same thing at Ariana Grande's property. This guy in his 20s made his way all the way to her front door before security was able to grab him. They went looking through his stuff, and he had like love notes to her and all these crazy rantings in his book bag. So they took him away and arrested him because he spit on one of the responding officers.
He's spitting. He's got crazy rantings.
Yeah.
Lock him up.
Lock him up. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
Well, we got some celebrity birthdays today to talk about. A few celebrities having a birthday today. Got to say a big old shout out. Happy birthday to Rob Lowe. He's turning 56 today. And Gary Sinise. Lieutenant Dan is 65 today. Been in a lot of different TV shows.
You think Lieutenant Dan reached out to Hanks during this Corona thing?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Are they friends? Do they stay friends after that movie?
I bet they are friends. Yeah.
I feel like Hanks probably stays friends with a lot of his co-stars, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he's friends with Bubba.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
He's not friends with your boy Fonzie.
You're right. Yeah, you're
Definitely not friends with him.
Totally.
Also, I got to say happy 6th birthday to Abriana, our lucky charm of Mom, Dad, Selena, and Kamina. There she is on KVJ TV.
Cutie.
Also, we got shout out to Melissa in Coral Springs having a birthday today. Happy birthday. Also, happy birthday to Alex, turning 16 from Mom, Dad, Olive, Wax, and Emma.
License to drive.
Yeah.
Also, our little dude, Bryce Cooper. Happy 3rd birthday from Mom, Dad, and Riley.
Oh, I love that. I love the hairdo.
Yeah.
So cute.
And a happy 6th birthday to Emily Grace from Mommy, Daddy, Spiky the dog, and Watermelon the parrot. So, all right.
Watermelon.
Spiky.
If you got a birthday you want to share on the KVJ show, mail at kvjshow.com is how you do it. MAIL at kvjshow.com. Well, you can't do your March Madness bracket because there is no men's basketball that is going on. I don't ever remember a year in my life where they did not have the March Madness basketball tournament going on. So this is really, there's just a lot of things that are just very bizarre with the whole deal. And that's one of them.
For sure.
So what we've got instead of men's basketball teams, college teams, we've put together our March Fatness bracket or snack it.
And I want to thank everybody who's been reaching out to me, giving their opinion, good or bad, because I've definitely received some negative criticism for this. Joe Ponton even texted me and said, dude, what are you doing? Whatchamacallit verse, I think it was a whatchamacallit verse, a Snicker or a whatchamacallit versus another candy bar that was pretty solid. He's like, that's a first rounder?
Snickers versus Baby Ruth, was that it?
That was one of them.
Whatchamacallit versus Reese's Cup?
Maybe it was something. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And that's causing a lot of, I don't want to say panic. That's not the right word.
Panic?
But it's,
Of everything going on in the world today, this is what people are panicking about.
it's definitely causing some negative opinions, Kevin.
Infighting.
Yeah, I told y'all some of these rounds are going to feel real harsh in the beginning.
Okay. Well, that's what we're doing. It's all about the pairings and how Jbird did with lining them up. On Wednesday, we go from 64 snacks down to 32 snacks.
I'm legit excited to see how this whole thing plays out.
We'll see if some of the favorites right now are winning. The early leaders in the matchups we have, Uncrustables is beating the Hostess Chocolate Cupcake.
I really do think you're going to see Uncrustables at least in the Sweet 16.
Okay. Snyder's Honey Mustard Pretzels is beating Planter's Salted Cashew Nuts. Cheetos is beating Lay's Regular Potato Chips.
Not shocked.
Planter's Cheese Balls are beating Bugle's Regular Flavor.
That's a little, that's kind of bewildering.
Yeah, because we always pick the Bugles. I mean, I love Bugles.
Well, you can make Freddy Krueger hands with the Bugles.
Snickers is beating Baby Ruth.
Yeah, Snickers is a Final Four, just so you know. It's top 4 ranked.
Mr. Goodbar is beating 100 Grand.
That's a surprise.
The Entenmann's Chocolate Chip Cookies is beating Nutter Butter Cookies.
Another surprise.
Oh my gosh, Nutter Butters are so good.
They are really good.
Get the double nut because they have those now. They have like a double stuffed Oreo, but it's a double Nutter Butter. You will not regret it.
That's just my game right there.
Oh, it's so good. I got them by accident the other day. I was like, I grabbed a big pack because it said family style. I'm like, I'm going to need this. And I got home and I'm like, double nut.
Don't you love when that happens? There's a term for that? Snacksident.
Okay. Hot Pockets is beating Drake's Yodels. You've got the Hostess Apple Ham Pie beating Chicken and a Biscuit Crackers. Little Debbie Star Crunch is beating the Hostess Chocolate Ding Dongs. Nacho Doritos is beating the Cheddar and Sour Cream Ruffles, and the Salt and Vinegar Lay's chips are beating the Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips.
Yeah, the Nacho Doritos, they're also a top 4 seeded team in there.
I mean, it's a legendary snack. Ask Tracy St. George. That girl lives on those Doritos. She loves them.
Well, I know we have a Nacho Dorito. I believe we have a Cool Ranch Dorito in there, and I would be very shocked if we don't see one of those in the Final Four. If they did not make the Final Four, then I just don't understand snacks.
You just don't understand snacks, huh?
Yeah.
And we know that's not true.
I don't know. This is going to be it's going to be pie opening, Virginia.
Pie opening.
Hand pie opening.
Okay, well, if you would like to go and cast your votes, you can just go to kvjshow.com, and it's also posted up on our social media sites. Do you find it odd or shocking that Butterfinger is beating the, is it the peanut M&Ms? Is that what that is?
That would be the peanut M&Ms, Kevin, yes.
Does that seem like a shock to you?
In my world, no, but in your world, I can see why it would be a shock.
Okay. Interesting so far is everything on the top line is winning in every single battle. Every single one. And every matchup we have, 32 matchups, it's always the first challenger there. And I'm trying to look to see if we have any upsets.
There's a few in there. I feel like there was a couple that I was very surprised on. Man, I am really loving this. I don't know if the people are, but I know I'm enjoying it.
You can go and cast your votes. We'll nail it down to 32 starting tomorrow.
So what we should do quietly, we all should pick the one we think is going to win it all before the whole thing starts. See what I'm saying? I have one snack on that list that's not a top 4. It's kind of like an underdog. That would be a Cinderella story. I'm going to put all my money on that snack.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I've got Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I think the number 1 that I would pick. I think I got Snickers 2. I think I have Cool Ranch Doritos 3.
But your list, I mean, I get why you're picking it, but I mean, there ain't nothing sexy about it. It's predictable. We know that those are going to they're going to perform well. Pick an underdog.
Oh, okay.
See what happens with a Cinderella story here.
Okay, all right.
And how dare you say nothing sexy about something on Kevin?
You're right.
Everything's sexy about Kevin.
Oh, he's just talking my list, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Even
of
his
course.
list is sexy. It's got great hair.
Well, we were talking yesterday about what you might want to start binge watching. I was looking through my queue list on Netflix. You ever have that where it doesn't get you that excited? I was kind of looking through it, and I was just like, I've got a lot of stuff on there that's just kind of swimming. It's just been sitting there for a while, and I may jump into it for even a couple minutes. I'm like, no, maybe it's just me, but I'm not feeling this today.
I lead the league in unwatched docuseries. I'll start it. I'll be 8 minutes in. I'm like, this is kind of awful.
That's exactly what my Netflix queue list looks like. It's just all that kind of stuff. But yesterday we were talking about this. Like, what show would you jump into if we did have a couple-week quarantine that you'd say, okay, something that maybe has like 7 seasons or something like that I could get into that I'd want to watch? You said The Office, even though you've seen it.
I would like to retract my statement. It would be nice to get into a series that I've never seen before that I love.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, this would be a good time to do that, to be able to cross something off the list. I was telling you that I just got into Curb Your Enthusiasm over the weekend. I've not seen that. I'm in season 1. It's good right now. Yeah, I like it.
I'm anxious to see when you finally fall off on that.
There's some entertaining premises, but it's just, he fights with everybody.
Where's your head at, Mom? Are you actually able to watch stuff? Or are you like, no, Corona?
I'm still in the mode where I'm mostly cleaning my house because I'm kind of freaked out. So my family is just like trying to steer clear of me. I just walk around with wipes all day and I'm just cleaning. I cleaned every cabinet, every baseboard. I've vacuumed the house every day.
Oh, that's all good. You can come to my house next when you're done.
If you really are feeling, if you're jonesing to clean,
I
got a place.
I don't want to go to anybody's house. I'm staying in my bubble, praying that I haven't brought the corones into it.
Okay. Well, if you are looking for a show and you're not completely and obsessively cleaning your house nonstop like Virginia, Thrillist came up with TV shows with 100-plus episodes to stream. So if you haven't jumped in any of these or it's been a long time, like I was looking at their list, I was like, I used to watch a show called Cheers when I was a kid, and it was a comedy that was on, and I remember I used to really like that show when I was a kid. I don't know if I would like it now or how it's weathered.
I tried to stream and kind of binge watch Frasier because everyone always talks so highly about that show.
Yeah.
It is very dated.
Is it really?
Well, it just looks dated.
Yeah,
you can tell you're watching a mid-90s show.
Cheers will be too. You think of all these shows that they're listing, and that's where I'm just kind of curious. How would you be able to do that? I remember when I was a kid, my parents would watch sitcoms and things like that, and I kind of liked them. There were things like the Andy Griffith Show and stuff like that I was a kid, and it was way before my time, but I kind of liked it, even though it looked dated.
We grew up in the time of the sitcom. I mean, they were really prevalent back in the day as far as the 30-minute theme song.
TBS would show a lot of those kind of things, the older ones. Yeah, and so you would see that. So there's a lot of really good things you can check out. And from their list, there's some really good ideas. TV shows with 100-plus episodes to stream. They've got Seinfeld on there that you can get on Hulu. That's 180 episodes. You've got Cheers that has 273 episodes, and you can get that on CBS All Access, Hulu, and Netflix. The Office that you talked about, that's on Netflix. That's 201 episodes.
It's lengthy. Parks and Rec is on there. It should be on there too. There's a lot of a lot of episodes on that one.
They've got 125 episodes, and you get that on Amazon Prime and Netflix.
Sopranos, the ton.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about how you could get that. Frasier has 264 episodes. It's on CBS All Access and Hulu. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, 137 episodes. They put that on there on Hulu.
Is that with Andy Samberg?
It is.
I watched the first season, and I really liked it. It's a goofball show, very light. But
I didn't realize it had that many shows of that.
Yeah,
That's got a lot of episodes.
It's got a nice cult following. There's a lot of people defend that show.
30 Rock has got 138 episodes. That's on Amazon Prime and Hulu.
I started watching that one. That was very funny, and for whatever reason, I stopped watching it.
You've got How I Met Your Mother. That's 208 episodes on Hulu.
Look, Twilight Zone on Netflix. I know it's a little...
Very dated.
You just brought up Andy Griffith. So.
I mean, Twilight Zone and Andy Griffith.
I think Andy Griffith...
How old are you two?
Well, I was just saying when I was a kid, I watched it. In fact, I think Andy Griffith is on Netflix.
I'm telling you.
Not that I'm jumping back into it.
The younger generation does like the Twilight Zone. When they watch it, if they check it out, they end up liking it.
Okay.
That's Kevin.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll believe when I see it.
Yeah, that okay, you're like, oh, whatever.
You've mentioned it like 8 times, and not yet has one kid gotten back to us being like, I watched it, I loved it.
Can somebody please watch Twilight Zone today for me that's under the age of 20?
And then Community has 110 episodes. You can get it on Hulu, and Hulu and Netflix are bringing it on April 1st. So there's some ideas if you're looking for something to add to your queue list to watch. If you're going to be doing a quarantine action, that's something to check out.
The one you need to watch is Sons of Anarchy. You would love it. There's a ton of episodes.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I'm thinking about that. That's kind of something I've been looking at, too. And Better Call Saul, I've heard, is very good. And that might be one I jump into as well. So there's some good ideas for you. Coming up, we don't have anything to give away because everything is canceled, but we're still going to play some Dennys or Animal.
Yeah.
We'll play for fun.
Well, we're giving out laughter.
There you go.
Yeah. Somebody wants to jump on and play that. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763. We got that next at the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
We're giving you some ideas of great TV shows with 100-plus episodes to stream. Anything from Seinfeld, Cheers, The Office, Parks and Recs was on the list that Thrillist had come up with. And there were some other really good ideas as well of things to check out. And somebody who texted in said, I'm 25 and I started Cheers 2 months ago. It's the best decision ever. The show is hilarious.
Oh, look at that. After Cheers, you got to get into Frasier, too. I loved Frasier.
It's a nice spinoff, yeah. It was one of the more successful spinoffs, I think, too.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Dennys and Jen, his wife, they swear by that series. They love it.
They do, okay. The Simpsons, somebody brought up. That's got a gazillion episodes.
You are right about that.
South Park has got a gazillion episodes.
Family Guy.
Yep. Sex and the City. Somebody said, don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah. Sex and the City, Virginia.
They were doing a marathon over the weekend, and I was just like, okay, all right, okay, can't do it.
How's my Samantha?
It was a lot.
I've been working on it.
Too much? Is it too much now?
It's too real.
It's too real.
Mad Men on Netflix. You'd mentioned that, Jbird.
Very good.
Maybe one I'll jump into. And also another one I forgot. Shameless, 10 seasons, but it's so good.
People swear by that one, too.
Yeah, I might have to do that. The Blacklist on Netflix is another one. Goliath with Billy Bob Thornton, 3 seasons, but really good. Messiah on Netflix. It's 1 season, waiting for the next one to come around. I usually like for him to build up, but I watched that first season. I thought it was really good.
We're all waiting for Messiah to come around, Kev.
I hear you, Virginia. How long will we wait? That's the question.
If you like creepy stuff on YouTube, you can get Tales from the Crypt from HBO. Remember that skeleton?
That skeleton can go scratch. He is horrifying. I want nothing to do with that cat.
There's a ton of episodes, and they are very well well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you like that, check it out. Also, the 100, the 4400, I don't know, that one, and also Continuum. Somebody texted in and said those are great shows. Jbird, I know, I guess this is kind of a spooky show. You've been telling us and giving us updates on your ghost show.
Yes, yesterday was our big interview.
Oh, that's right. You were going to be interviewed by the television program that's going to feature your haunting.
So it's official. We made the show. We're definitely gonna be on the show. It's gonna happen. It's gonna air. They're gonna let us know when it's airing. But my gosh, there was nothing but problems before we got on the air.
The ghost maybe trying to keep it from happening?
No. It was
What was the setup? How did they have it?
So we were doing Skype, and our interview is at 2:00. And Vicky's walking up. So a few minutes before, and as Vicky's walking up, I see this guy from outside stop her right by my gate. And I hear him go, "Do you live here?" I'm thinking, all right, what's going on right now? What the heck? Remember me telling you about all those weird electrical problems my place is having? They have a big cord sticking out of my wall. I was out of power and cable for 2 days. Remember I told you this about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Well, I've been running on this weird cord. So yesterday, right before our interview, they go, "We have to turn your power off in 5 minutes."
What?
We go, "Dude, we're about to go national." I start explaining this ghost thing. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, no way.
Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, we're getting ready to shut all of your power down."
The hell you are.
Right.
I'm about to have my big break. You better stand down, sir.
So me and Vicky go, "You got to be kidding us." We talked him into. He goes, "Okay, we'll hold off for an hour. I'll give you an hour, and you guys can do your thing." 5 to 10 minutes into our interview, the power goes out.
They shut it down.
They shut it down. The power went out. We couldn't get back on the internet. They start texting us, "Do you want to reschedule?" We're freaking out because we're thinking, "Oh, if we're
going to lose our chance."
Yeah, if you get rescheduled, there's a chance you may not get this opportunity again.
Yeah, as soon as you become so difficult that they can't get it to work, they're like, "Forget it. We got to move on to the next guy."
They might ghost you.
Oh. Well, enter Sweet Dennys. Our hero comes over, saves the day.
And his electric personality.
Reboots everything, got us going on, and we ended up finishing the interview.
You got that bootleg power source?
We got that bootleg illegal power source.
I just see Dennys up on a pole.
I feel like Dennys could bootleg your power.
He could.
And your cable and your Wi-Fi.
But not just for me, for the entire planet. He can make us all have free cable.
That's how good he is.
I believe.
So Dennys comes in, does his Dennys MacGyver stuff, or Mahiver stuff, and he nails it, and we end up finishing the interview. We're gonna be on, baby.
Damn, Denny saves the day.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I will let everybody know. And the cool thing, too, this gives us legitimacy.
What's the network again?
It is the Travel Channel.
That's huge.
I know. It's, people have been emailing us. They know this show.
That's
What's the name of it?
Oh, damn it.
Hold on. How long ago?
Dennys!
It's caught on.
Can you bootleg his head?
Hold on.
Oh.
Is somebody just shut off the power?
Yes, can Denny's run a cord to your brain?
We need he's unplugged.
Hold on.
Denny's, what's the name of the show?
Somebody's got to help me.
Damn it, Jbird.
We don't even know the show he's on.
Denny's, please help me.
Paranormal Caught on Tape.
Boom!
Paranormal Caught on Tape. Thank you.
Denny's to the rescue again.
Yeah. Well, you're good.
What would we do without you?
It was a strange situation with power being shut off yesterday. It's
I
like,
love
what
how
are
you-
the chances?
You bootleg.
I know,
I mean,
right?
right before, it's like, "Oh, we have to shut this at 2, like right during the interview, we have to shut off your power."
What?
I'm like, this has got to be a joke.
Welcome to the life of the bird. Well, Denny's working overtime here today, and he's gone above and beyond because today is St. Patrick's Day. We have an Irish-themed Denny's or animal today.
Yeah, enjoy this. You're not going to really be going out, hopefully, to the Irish bars and getting your drink on today. So this is our Irish celebration, Denny's or animal.
Speaking of.
Yep.
Yeah, you can drink alone at home like Jbird's doing right now.
We have got Jennifer on here from Boynton Beach to play along. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi.
Hello. Okay. Do you know a lot of Irish animals?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good. All right, well, let's see.
Well, fortunately for you, there's only like 6.
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
I looked up Irish animals. I'm like, oh, 6. All right.
Are these indigenous?
Indigenous, yeah. I mean, they
Okay.
have your standard animals, but ones that are specific to Ireland.
Have any migrated here?
Yeah, you'll actually recognize probably at least 1 or 2 of them.
Okay.
Oh, learning
Do
something.
you have any more questions you want to ask Denny's?
I do.
The guy on the stand over here?
Well, the good news about all this, Jennifer, is this is 50-50. So hopefully you can make a clean sweep here as we play the Irish edition of Denny's or Animal. The first animal we have here is the Irish bull elk.
Wow.
Irish bull elk.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think? Is this our producer Denny's, or is this the real animal, the Irish bull elk? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, fun fact, they use that sound effect in The Lord of the Rings as the bad guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, weird, right?
I remember that, actually. Yeah, I think I know exactly when they did that in the movie.
Yes.
All right, what do you think? Is that Denny's or Animal, Jennifer?
Definitely animal.
Gonna go definitely Animal on that? Is that the animal?
That is an animal.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we got a fun fact with it?
Horrifying, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is really kind of crazy.
It sounds like a violin a little bit.
People
Yeah.
say it sounds like somebody playing a clarinet. Like, badly.
Imagine waking up and you hearing that in your closet.
Oh, my gosh. You move.
You move.
Okay, next up, Denny's or Animal here. We have an Irish wolfhound, and the wolfhound is howling here. What do you think? Is this Denny's or Animal, Jennifer? It's quivering. Its lips are quivering. As you're a quiver.
Shocked that that animal has the lung capacity to do that.
In
I
the
know.
moors of
It's an
Ireland.
impressive exhale. Jennifer, what do you think? Is that Denny's or Animal?
Denny's.
Gonna go Denny's on that?
She's right.
Wow. How about that?
Be honest. How bad did that hurt your lungs?
It hurt. It's rough. I don't got the Crohn's, but it was tough.
Jennifer, you're 2 for 2. You are just crushing this game, Denny's or Animal here. Our final one for you. It's an Irish animal known as the Kerry Bog Pony. The Kerry Bog Pony.
I like what's happening. He's doing really kind of erotic, the animals here.
He is?
Erotic?
Exotic.
Erotic?
Exotic.
Not everybody wants to sleep with their dog.
Denny's, what are you doing to these animals?
Yeah, back that pony up.
I meant exotic.
He doesn't want to hump them.
Wait. Where's your finger?
I meant exotic.
Okay, no, yeah, okay. All right. Kerry Bog Pony. Is this Denny's or Animal? Okay. It's restless.
That one sounds erotic. She's quivering.
Yeah, getting me hot over
Wow.
here.
Jeez. What do you think about that, Jennifer? Is that Denny's or Animal?
I think it's Denny's.
That is
She's got it.
Denny's, I believe. Very nice. Well done.
What a fun round.
Impressive.
She knows Denny's or Animal. Well, sadly, we have no prizes because there's nothing happening anywhere in the world.
They shut down prize pickup. They
Yep.
shut down events.
Yep.
It's just going to be like a badge you get to brag about today to all your friends.
Ooh, that'd be nice. Maybe that's what we could do.
Excited.
We could give out a Denny's or Animal
A
badge.
social media badge.
Yes.
I like that erotic wolf.
Yeah.
All right, very nice. Well, congratulations there, Jennifer. Thank you so much for playing along. You're fantastic today. How you're quarantining yourself is going to be interesting here in the next couple of days, maybe even right now. Virginia, you're talking about how your daughter Magnolia, she wants to go to the beach with her friends, which, you know, hey, you get that, right? I mean, that's just what a 14-year-old's going to want to do, and there's still plenty of beaches that are open around South Florida.
Right. And she was telling me she believes they're about to close all the beaches and she loves the beach. And so she wants to have a last hurrah.
It's a pretty smart play on her part.
But I'm like, hey, if they're about to close them anyway, like, why go because you're putting yourself at risk today, tomorrow, whenever you go. If they're closing them because they're risky, maybe we shouldn't go.
It's kind of like when someone's about to get arrested and they know they're going to jail, but they're still able to grab that beer and shotgun it real quick. They just wanted that last hurrah. She wants that last hurrah.
I know, I get it, but she got asthma, and I'm like, if you get the corones, you're going to be in a way worse place than like if I get it. I don't have any respiratory issues.
Sure.
So, should I put my foot down or not?
Well, I mean, you got the issue where you got your husband Panda at home.
And he's even worse.
Got to do the nebulizer and all that stuff.
Yeah, he's way worse than her.
That's the question I think a lot of people are going to have to start asking. The socializing you do, and it is not, that's the thing I found out, and I've resolved myself to that. It's not about me. I have zero concern about what the coronavirus is going to do to me or my health. It is all about how I could be a carrier and get it to somebody that can't handle it.
Right.
And that's really what it all boils down to.
Because your immune is tough. You're a young person, relatively. I mean,
Very young.
You're middle-aged, let's say that. But you can pass it to like somebody in the hallway that we work with, and then they go home to take care of somebody like a sick parent, and then now they've given it to them.
Right.
Like it's not about you.
Yeah. No, that's the question to ask. And we've gotten several emails. A lot of people just want to know about, how they're doing this, and people are now starting to figure it out as you're hearing about places like San Francisco that is on lockdown.
I saw that.
Right now. Yeah, they are not playing in California. Right now in San Francisco, they're going on lockdown for 3 weeks due to the coronavirus outbreak. That means no socializing. Nobody's going out doing anything.
Shelter in place. And unless you are essential as a worker and you have to be out and about, you have to stay home.
Yeah. So what do you think about Kara? She had sent in an email. She did not want to come on, but she'd said in her email she's in this major fight with her boyfriend. And apparently on Friday, Saturday, they stayed in. They just watched TV. Sunday, she gets up in the morning, gets a call from a girlfriend who wants to go out to brunch. And then after brunch, I was hoping to hang out with my boyfriend. But when I called him, he asked me where I'd been. And I said, I was at brunch. He gets all mad at me and he says, don't come by. He believes that I selfishly risked exposing myself to the coronavirus. And with his grandmother's birthday coming up in 2 weeks, he says that he can't risk being exposed himself. And our 1-year anniversary is coming up this weekend. And so now he's telling me, well, because of what you did and you're so selfish, we're postponing that until after I see my grandma, which is now 3 more weeks. And she's like, I think he's being a little dramatic.
I just think people have to accept that the plans that you had with anything might change, and you have to accept that. Not that you're scared that you're going to get that, like you're saying, but if they're shutting everything down and they're making these rules, you have to probably get in that place mentally to accept things are not going to be going your way.
And I had this conversation with my sister last night, who is a ICU nurse. So she's working the ICU in New Orleans at the hospital where she works, and they have 9 patients in the ICU that she has to work on every single day that have the coronavirus. And she said, we have to not go around the elderly at all. Like if you see an old person, doesn't matter if you even feel any ailment or not, steer clear of them. Even if you're perfectly healthy, we have to basically steer clear of all of the older people right now.
What's the age group on that? When does it start?
I think 65 and older.
Yeah, that seems to be the cutoff right now, they're saying.
Because you don't know if you have it. Assume you have it. And that you don't want to give it to them. Come from that place. And so I was like, okay, are they going to lock down my grandmother? Because she went to a party this weekend with my dad and her nieces and grandchildren and all kinds of people. I'm like, is that smart? No.
I think that's the big question, and this is just it, because people are taking different approaches, radically different approaches to how they're handling the threat of the coronavirus, where you have on the one side people packing into bars and beaches and other people that are not going outside, and somebody who's like Kara's boyfriend, who he's not going to even see her now for 3 weeks. And
I gotta say, I'm kind of on his side. I mean, you went to a brunch on Sunday. Most brunches are buffet. I mean, you went to a buffet during the coronavirus. You're a dumbass.
Question, what was on the buffet?
I don't care.
What options did we have?
There could be caviar for days. I'm not going to a buffet during the coronavirus.
See, it depends. If it was a buffet of all my favorite foods, I'm probably going to take that chance.
We're all set differently, especially on this show. But, I mean, I'm on your boyfriend's side. side.
I am on
Okay.
the boyfriend side on this one.
Okay.
For right now, just
Not seeing her for 3 weeks.
Just live in the moment right now and play it by ear.
She said, I thought you would show symptoms within 5 days of contracting the virus, but he's trying to tell me that anybody who's been in public should be quarantined for 2 weeks before coming in contact with somebody with a compromised immune system. He says that if he sees me, his grandma will die.
Well, I don't know if it's that extreme, but you might not have any symptoms whatsoever and still be carrying it.
This is one of those situations where, is it possible they're both annoying? In this scenario.
You have to respect where his head is, though, and realize you might not be selfish. That might be a harsh word for him to be using. Selfish because you went to brunch. No, you might just be a little ignorant because you went to brunch.
Well, that's just it. When you do start to because I'm seeing it a lot.
Selfish is a really hard word. If you went to brunch not thinking about it and not with bad intentions and not thinking about grandma, I don't want to call you selfish. I just want to call you ill-informed.
Well, it's a defensive word. If you call someone selfish, what do you mean I'm
selfish?
They're going to get defensive.
I would not use selfish.
Okay. Well, a lot of people right now are saying, I am on the boyfriend side. He sounds like a good guy protecting his grandma at all costs. And team boyfriend, people think this is a joke. And so, yeah, you went out there and he has the right to do that.
He totally has the right to do that. And you need to respect where he's coming from on this and realize you made a mistake. And now what you need to do is just stay home for a little bit, ride this puppy out, and see how you feel and not pass it to anybody.
Well, the thing that might happen, too, is, maybe, Kara, if you're just patient and waited, it might be, too, where they seem to be quarantining a lot of older people. You're seeing it happening in the nursing homes. In fact, there was a video that was going on yesterday. Mel Brooks, if you remember him.
I love it. I shared that video on Twitter.
His son, who's like 46, 47, was on the other side of a glass door, and his dad was in there. His dad's in his 90s, and they made a video saying, hey, if I saw my dad, and then he saw, Carl Reiner and all these other old Hollywood guys, he could
Dick Van
Dyke. I could kill 3 Hollywood legends in one interaction. And so, they may wind up with grandma with her birthday coming up. Unfortunately, she may be on the other side of glass, and then you'll still get your anniversary with your boyfriend. And so,
I really think that's a smart idea. Don't throw grandma a birthday party with family. Just don't right now. Let grandma chill at the crib and not be exposed to anybody.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Somebody texted in, said, yeah, we've got a rule at our assisted living facility where I'm the director of nursing. If a resident returns from the hospital or a rehab center, they must be isolated from the rest of the community for 14 days. If a resident leaves our building right now against medical advice, they are not permitted back until all of the bans are lifted. Not all illnesses have been reported the way they should. Our numbers are skewed, and it's a governor's order. So that apparently is it. So be ready for that. If you go out and associate with somebody, you might be pushed away, ostracized, quarantined, however you want to look at it, for 14 days. And you got to be careful, I guess, the associations that you have.
I don't know if I'm being paranoid, but I'm noticing when I'm walking Chewy, if someone's walking, towards me, they go right to the other side. No one's even crossing the streams at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's better to be safer than go home and stress about it. When you're laying down tonight to go to bed and you think, oh my gosh, I came into contact with this person and that person and this person. I mean, if you distance yourself, you'll have less stress. And I think all of us could use a little less stress right now.
Megan is on here from Stewart. You think that Kara's boyfriend should stay away from grandma. You think so, regardless of what Kara's done and going to brunch selfishly on Sunday?
Oh, yeah. I feel like, if anything, he's the one that's being selfish. Like, I have a similar situation. I have, an older uncle who's in his 70s who lives in Port St. Lucie who has a horrible immune system. And I normally have, and I normally go there every Sunday, and I haven't gone there the past 2 Sundays for that reason. And I haven't been anywhere. I've been at home. So if anything, I think that he's being selfish. I don't think he should be having a party for his old 80-year-old grandmother. And I think that it has nothing to do with the girlfriend. I feel like it's just a way for, him to just start an argument for no reason.
Yeah, they're both annoying.
They're both annoying, but you're right. They
Yeah.
should cancel Grandma's birthday because it's not worth it. Not
Okay.
right now.
All right.
If you
There
want
go.
her to have another birthday, you better cancel this one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know a lot of people are dealing with those kind of situations. If you got something you want to run past us, maybe you got some new perspective on that, Kara, send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail @kvjshow.com. You can also text us too, 877-979-WRMF.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in just a second, I will give you an update on what exactly is happening with WrestleMania. They were taking their time letting all the WWE fans know if the event was canceled in Tampa or not. There's an official statement. I'll share it with you coming up in a sec. Before we get into that, in case you missed it, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson are out of the hospital in Australia where they had been. They are now not in the hospital. They are quarantined in a rental property where they are socially distancing themselves from everybody, but at least out of the hospital. So that's good news.
But when Hanks wakes up, what's the first thing he does other than pee or poop?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hanks gives thanks. I don't know. He's probably, every day just like, thank God I fought that and won. Idris Elba at the beginning of his little fight. Now, I don't think he's really showing symptoms yet, but here he is talking about being diagnosed positive for the coronavirus.
This morning, I got some test results back for coronavirus, and it came back positive. And it sucks. Listen, I'm doing okay. I didn't have any symptoms. I got tested because I realized I was exposed to someone who had also tested positive. I found out last Friday that they were tested positive. I quarantined myself and got a test immediately. This is serious. There are people out there who aren't showing symptoms, and that can easily spread it. If you're feeling ill or you feel like you should be tested or you've been exposed, and do something about it.
Yeah, I just feel like there's so many people amongst us that don't even realize they got it. I just feel like there's no possible way we could have tested enough people to figure out what the real numbers of this thing are. That's just me.
Yeah, there's just so much uncertainty. Nobody really knows what we're getting into. Even the experts.
They don't know. They're guessing. Yeah. WrestleMania will happen.
That's right, brother.
But without fans.
That's going to be weird.
That's going to be super weird, right? So it was supposed to be in Tampa, and it was supposed to be like days and days of events and celebrations. I went to all the WrestleMania stuff when it was in Miami, and they had it in the Miami Beach Convention Center, and it was so cool. And no, none of that's going to happen now. They're going to still do a live stream on Sunday, April 5th on the WWE Network. It's a pay-per-view situation only. But they will be having it in Orlando at their facility with no people watching it. Just essential personnel, like running the cameras and stuff.
Oh, I would have so many swerves on this one. I'd have good guys turning on other good guys. I'd really throw the extra drama in on this one.
I hear John Cena's changed his finishing move to sneezing in your face.
Oh, that's intense.
That'd be something, wouldn't it?
All right, you win.
At one point,
no pin necessary.
Nope, you're good.
Yep, okay.
You're the champ. Here's the belt.
Yep.
There's a point they would have done that kind of thing. WWE, they would have absolutely. They still may.
No, they won't.
I don't know.
They
man.
would never.
There's a point.
Did you just sneeze in my face, brother?
I mean,
not right now.
I'm telling you, there's a time they would have had a coronavirus character come out there and win the belt.
Maybe in the past.
In the past, yeah. They would have.
Maybe in the 80s when you loved it.
Or the 90s, the Attitude Era, they would have, Virginia.
And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife. Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, a lot of celebrities are stepping up to try to do their part to get the word out about what we should all be doing with our own lives. Arnold Schwarzenegger has made a PSA about staying at home.
We don't go out, we don't go to restaurants, we don't do anything like that anymore here. We just eat with whiskey and with Lulu. We have a good time. We get entertained. Look at that beautiful smile she has. No more restaurants, forget all that. Public gatherings, restaurants, and all these gymnasiums out the window. We stay home.
Okay.
I watched the video and I was mesmerized. I think he's got like 2 alpacas in his house. He's like feeding them carrots or
Right
something.
in his house, huh?
Yeah, 2 animals. I forget what animals they were, but yeah, he's feeding them carrots. I'm like, this is bizarre.
How's he continuing to work on the buys and tries?
I don't know. You know he's not stopping working out.
Oh, I know. He's
That
definitely
is
got
a
home
man
gym.
of motivation.
Mm-hmm. And Jimmy Fallon has come up with something cute. He invented a wash your hands song for his daughters.
Wash your hands, wash your hands. Do not touch your face. Wash your hands, wash your hands. Do not touch your face. If you wash your hands and do not touch your face, then the world will be a better place.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
Aw, I love it.
Yeah, that is some good stuff. So people trying to make some light and, put a positive spin on what is a really tough situation. We were talking about, as people are kind of trying to figure out right now exactly what the social distancing should be. A girl who's upset that her boyfriend's like, it's going to be 3 weeks before I see you because you went to brunch on Sunday and my grandma's birthday is in 2 weeks. And I don't care if our anniversary is this weekend or not. 3 weeks quarantine from you. Maybe he just doesn't want to see her for 3 weeks. Somebody else texted in, said, yeah, my almost 2-year-old has a weak immune system and I work for a carrier service interacting with hundreds of people a day.
Oh my gosh, you got to be freaking out.
Well, my wife hasn't let me go near our baby for the past 2 weeks and it's tearing me up because there's nothing I can do about it.
She's making the right choice, though. You can't expose your baby with immune issues. That's horrifying.
And, if we're talking about what Trump was saying, that this may not be under control until July or August.
Wow.
What does that mean for somebody like this? He signed it a severely distraught father.
Oh.
So what are we looking at there?
It seems to me that if we do a really good job, we'll not only hold the death down to a level that is much lower than the other way, had we not done a good job, but people are talking about July, August, something like that. So it could be right in that period of time where it washes through. Other people don't like that term, but where it washes through.
So is this the new normal until the height of the summer?
We'll see what happens, but they think August, could be July.
Well, the one thing that I keep hearing about socialization is we all just got to get on the same page. And that's the question. Some people are being critical of South Florida, saying that we are not doing enough. It's a lot of bars and restaurants still open. And obviously girlfriends going out to brunches on Sunday.
They're throwing block parties.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that are happening while other states like, Ohio's been very aggressive in shutting stuff down. Maryland, Illinois, they've ordered all their bars and restaurants to close entirely. Now, there have been some restrictions that are going to start happening. Delray and Hollywood bars and restaurants starting today have to close at 10 p.m. Fort Lauderdale and Miami already have those restrictions, but, you can get your party on until 10 p.m. tonight.
I mean, 10 p.m., you're still
It's a
having
lot.
You can make it happen.
It's a lot of exposure still is going to be had.
Yeah, and some people are like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
And even on the beachfront. And people might argue, say, well, you can be on a beach and not be so packed. But boy, did you see the footage of Clearwater Beach yesterday and Daytona Beach? They were packed. I mean, people were, shoulder to shoulder.
So maybe those are the pictures I saw, not Lauderdale, but I swear I saw updated beach photos of people just partying it up.
Yeah, you can let me know if there's anybody partying up on Fort Lauderdale Beach yesterday. They were supposed to be closed. I wasn't on Fort Lauderdale Beach yesterday, but my daughter assures me that over the weekend they were raging.
That were raging, Dad. No one is shutting this party down.
Yeah. Fort Lauderdale, Miami Beach, Hollywood, Dania Beach, and Hallandale Beach have closed. Boca Raton, Delray Beach, Deerfield Beach, Pompano Beach, and Lauderdale by the Sea are open. So you see, this is just kind of where we are. Even in South Florida, we're not on the same page. Even town to town, we're not on the same page on when we close bars, when we close beaches. And you don't think the coronavirus is going to travel from city to city easily?
It's absolutely traveling from city to city easily. That's the problem.
It's the coronavirus tour. It's going to hit city to city.
It is the one tour coming to a town near you, regardless of how you feel or prepare.
Well, people are coming down in South Florida because of all those pictures of people, partying on the beach.
I get it. I mean,
but half of us are partying on the beach. Half of us are staying home freaked out.
Yeah, it's really just that's kind of I think where Florida is, and nobody's really stepped up to say, okay, we got to get a united front. Whatever it is we do to fight this, you can see this is a global pandemic. It's not a county pandemic. It's not a community pandemic.
Okay, if the Kevin Ralston was in charge of Florida, what would you do today? Would you shut everything down? How would you honestly handle this if you were in charge?
I'm just looking at the people that feel like they've done it right, and I don't know. I don't want to say, but I think everybody's got to get on the same page of what we do. That would be step one. And I would err on the side of just shutting everything down and following more of what places that have had higher success rates have done.
You shut down restaurants.
I'm looking at what everybody else has done. I don't want to comment because I don't know. I'm not at the front lines of this. I have no idea.
But from the people that seem to know what they're talking about, they say the sooner we shut it all down, the sooner we can get back to normal. But the longer we take to shut it down, the longer it's going to take for us to bounce back. So if you think about it like that, and you think about, oh my gosh, I can't go 2 weeks or a month with no leaving my house. Well, if you don't now, then you might go a month or two if we wait.
That's the thing I think people are missing.
I think you're right. And I think if you think about it in those terms, like the quicker we just realize, all right, we got to shut it down, y'all.
It's not about just going to the beach and saying, oh, I'm fine. I'm not going to spread it to anybody, but you're prolonging the process.
Right. And you're also going to prolong how long it's going to shut your life down. So the more you party now, the less you're going to be able to party later.
Yeah. That's exactly what you're going to see.
You're just making it longer and worse for yourself.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. To me, I just think we need to get a uniform standard on what it is we're going to do because we're just seeing from town to town all throughout even just Florida and then state to state. That was one of the arguments I heard on TV yesterday was we just got to get a policy together where we're all on the same page. And Florida's not even on the same page.
Well, I mean, even in our chat room alone, some people, guys, it's just a flu. It's just a flu. Then on the other end, people go, it's not just a flu. It's different than a flu.
It's not just a flu, please. If you're still saying that at this point, it's not just a flu. It's taking people out, and it's taking out the weakest in our population, the people that already deal with illness and immune problems and breathing issues. You can't keep saying it's just a flu.
Well, the reason why it's different than, because people keep on saying, oh, the swine flu, we already had that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if people were losing their jobs on that stuff. Like, for example, Stephanie in the chat room says, I was laid off yesterday from the hotel I work for because of no business. Did that stuff happen with the other flus?
So I was specifically talking with my sister yesterday about H1N1, the swine flu. And back when swine flu was around, she was a flight attendant, so she was kind of on the front lines of that too. She went from flight attending to nursing. Like, do you want to catch every disease? Mm-hmm. And she was saying the reason why this is so much worse than swine flu, yes, we haven't had as many deaths as they had from swine flu, but this thing hasn't peaked yet, and it's way more deadly than swine flu was. So where swine flu, yes, took a lot of people out in this country and globally, we haven't even seen the peak yet of this thing, and it's going to do more damage because it's more deadly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's the balance of what we got, health versus financial, and that's what is tough, and that's why you can't necessarily, and why a lot of bars and restaurants have not closed down is because of the people that, need paychecks. They've got somebody text in, they got a 10-month-old daughter that they rely on that stuff, and so what are you going to do? And the tough thing about it, too, when you do just takeout and delivery, like Uber Eats is going to be waiving delivery fees for independently owned restaurants due to the coronavirus outbreak. But if you're a server and nobody's sitting there and eating, then that is a big-time challenge. So they're talking about the other things that they might hopefully do, stimuluses and giving, people checks to try to keep the economy going and giving people money.
Right now, specifically in Palm Beach County, they're giving out food at a lot of schools. So you can drive right up and get hot meals, 2 of them, given to every person in the car who's under the age of 18. And today and Friday, Feeding South Florida is also giving you boxes of food. If
That's
you
great.
want a box of food, you can request that as well, just so you have it as backup if you're worried about how you're going to get your next meal. There, you have options today and Friday to get a box of food from all of those schools at Feeding South Florida.
To piggyback on your comments, it's sort of related. If somebody can tell me what style or brand peanut butter the public school system uses for their peanut butter, honey, or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I would be very, very thankful for that.
We're all set differently, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sorry. We got to balance it with a little bit of not doom and gloom. I'm sorry. Some of us aren't freaking out, and some of us are freaking out.
Mm-hmm. For people that need it too, I know there are some things that the politicians are kicking around and talking about, like Mitt Romney was saying the government should send $1,000 to every U.S. adult to get them through the coronavirus crisis. Now, is $1,000 for every U.S. adult going to be enough? I don't know. But that's some of the stuff that they're talking about doing. So as much as they're trying to stop the virus from spreading, I think there is a lot of conversation, understanding there are a lot of people that are going to be hit hard with financially, that are going paycheck to paycheck on how they're going to make this all happen. Any comments that you got, feel free to get them through to us, 877-979-9763, 877-979-WRMF. As everybody just tries to kind of figure out exactly what is going on and getting through this whole thing together.
Just read in the chat room. Gosh, the media hype on this is so annoying, people are saying. But again, people are legit losing money.
Yeah, people are definitely...
That's a real thing, correct?
That is, I mean, that financially what is going on with markets and businesses and how people are going to make it through. I think for a majority of people, that's the greater concern. You have a smaller portion of the population that has the compromised immune systems and things like that. But for a lot of people, if you had to weigh what people are most concerned about, every individual, I'd say finances are probably a lot more concerns for a lot of people. But everybody's got some kind of concern out there, no matter what it might be. So
I'm concerned that we're going to go from 3 dirts to 5 dirts just because we need the content.
The good news is actually there's less celebrity activity because they're quarantined.
Yeah.
So there is a lot less celebrity dirt. There are a few positives happening with this.
The only thing we're reporting, this one's got the corones, that one's got it.
I told Virginia, I don't have much celebrity audio today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad thing.
That's pretty much what we got going on there. So, all right. Well, here for you. You can watch us on Kvj Tv too. Chat room is going. People in there, they're talking about their own solutions and what they're doing. Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, a second ago, we were talking about just how throughout Florida and everywhere else, it seems like not everybody's on the same page. Everybody's kind of doing something different. You got states that are a little bit more strict than others. Your Ohio and Maryland and Illinois, they're closing down bars and restaurants. San Francisco has got the curfew thing going on. And then you've got places like Jenny who's listening to us in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. She said it's packed right now. And we've been told that we are business as usual.
Tennessee's always a little bit behind, though.
Well, everybody's got their own little thing. Everybody's kind of handling it differently. But the one thing is, I think that unity is going to be key. And right now you are seeing some people that are totally freaked out, people that are not worried. Other people might be concerned about health, other people concerned about finances. Whatever it is that, the coronavirus has got you about, is you just got to remember that, hopefully we can all be there for each other. And where you have anxiety about things that are going on financially, let's just hope that somebody's going to be there. It's going to pick up some of the slack. And some people are. Some people are doing some really cool things. There's like a landlord in Maine that announced on social media that he is not charging his tenants rent next month.
Aww.
And he's calling on other landlords around the country to follow suit. So
I love it.
If we start to get other people on the same page and say, okay, hey, you know what? Don't worry about your rent. We're going to figure that out. And where they're not making money, somebody else is going to help make it up for them. And we're all going to get together and say, okay, where you're sacrificing, I'll help make up the slack. And where you're sacrificing, I'll help make up the slack. And if we get unity with everybody, then we can all say, okay, we're going to take care of everybody's needs. And that's ultimately what we got to do.
And if you're able to help, now's a good time.
Yeah.
If you're able to do something kind for somebody who's stressed because they're worried about finances, look around in your life and try to help somebody.
There's a lot of good stuff going on. There's a celebrity chef named Jose Andres, and he owns a lot of restaurants. And even before he was ordered to shut down, he closed shop and turned a bunch of them into community kitchens, making sure people get enough to eat. I know Disneyland, they took their food and started giving it out to people, saying, "Hey, take our food. We're having to close down."
Jose always does that too. Jose Andres always steps up. He's a very awesome innovator when it comes to charitable chefy.
Cool, good. People are doing that.
Get some funny comments in the chat room.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how different everybody is set.
Oh, everybody is, yeah. Yesterday in France, the company that makes fragrances for brands like Dior and Louis Vuitton, they stopped making perfume and started making hand sanitizer.
Okay.
I saw that.
Yeah, and they're giving it out to hospitals for free, yeah.
I saw another, these guys, I think in Colorado, they had their own coffee shop, and they were making their own hand sanitizer and giving it out for free, and everyone was taking it, but I'm thinking, do I trust these guys making this hand sanitizer that I don't really know that well?
Yeah.
And people were just taking it like crazy.
Mm-hmm. They said even in Italy, hospitals were running out of clean valves used in oxygen masks. And shipping was being disrupted, and some local 3D printing companies stepped up and printed as many as they could and saved a bunch of lives because of it.
Wow.
So you're seeing in other parts of the world where communities are stepping up and saying, hey, we're all going through this together. We're all in this together, I think. Was even going around yesterday on social.
All in the same gang.
That's it. All in the same gang. So we just got to step up and look for need and say, okay, hey, I got something that I can do to help feed or take care of or do whatever for somebody.
Instead of being like mad and saying, it's this, it's that, it's this. Like, let's actually try to help each other through it.
Yeah, that's the way to handle it. Punching each other in the face for toilet paper is not the way to go.
No.
Yeah. So there you go. So lots of good stuff out there. And we'll, be the communicator too. And we're going to try to do what we can to contact people that are in need with people that can, do something to help out. #BeCoolCoronavirus. We're going to be all about it. And there's a lot of ideas and things they're doing. There's so many people that have resources here in South Florida. So where there's need, hopefully KVJ can be in the middle and start connecting some of those people. So we're going to be here for everybody. And there's something right now called the Kindness Postcard. It's been making the rounds on social media. It's a card that you can print out and put in your neighbor's mailboxes in case they need assistance. You just list your name and phone number, and it says to call if they need groceries, supplies, or even just somebody to talk to. Yeah, that's the Kindness Postcard. So I'd like to do something with that here locally where if you need any of those things, the groceries, supplies, somebody to talk to, that we can say, hey, if you're low on food, let's see what we can do to make sure that, that's covered. If it's rent, be like, hey, what can we do to get you a place to stay and take care of those kind of things?
I'll offer my services up. If people want to just call me at any point just to kind of talk and get weird during this.
And your number is?
561-702-2874.
There you go.
That's my real number.
Yeah.
Dang.
Write it down.
There you go.
He loves the people.
Yeah. So we'll continue to be here.
Change that eventually because they always turn on you.
They all.
It'll be
fun for a little while.
It'll be.
And then people start heckling you at 1 a.m.
Not even that they heckle. I can take the heckling. It's the mean comments. I hope you died and your family sucks. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. And you can always connect with us. We're on every social platform, the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can go check us there, even Snapchat. And you can always send us an email to mail@kvjshow.com or just text us 877-979-9763. Coming up in a couple minutes, got a round of Think Fast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's been drinking, and I'm freaked out and paranoid.
Can I play the game Drink Fast?
Yeah, you're drinking fast. Can you drink and think fast? We'll find out next. All right, here you go. Think fast. All right. It's something you'd find on a farm that starts with the letter T.
Taters.
Tree.
Taters. You know what? Oddly enough, I'll give it to Jbird. Yeah, you can find taters. on the farm.
Taters.
Yep.
That's actually what they might call them too.
That's right.
Yeah, taters. Yeah, we got a lot of taters over here.
Good.
Sympathy point.
Yeah.
I'm over here, Virginia.
He gave you that point because you gave out your phone number.
All right. What about this? Something you might find in the water that starts with the letter R.
Rust.
Rust.
Yeah. Go ask Flint, Michigan.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right. Now you kind of explain it. I guess
Someone's gonna turn political and depressing.
Russ.
You're taking all sorts of answers today, Kevin.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kevin's a sweetheart.
I was, yeah.
I watched the cancer special about Flint, Michigan on Sunday.
And they have rust in the water?
Big time.
Wow. All right.
What other depressing stuff you want to talk about?
So many deaths, Kevin.
So many, huh?
All right.
Okay. This one should be interesting. Think fast here. All right, name something you blow that starts with the letter B.
Breathalyzer.
Oh! He's done it before.
You know what you know.
I remember when I turned 21, my parents bought me this like breathalyzer you could do at your house. So when I was at parties, we used to say how high we can get the number to go up.
Oh,
that's
my
fun.
God.
It was pretty
Opposite
fun.
effect of what your parents were going for.
Right. It encouraged you to drink more.
This is going to keep him safe. Not.
We used to see how high it would go.
Okay, what about this? A U.S. state that starts with the letter W.
Washington.
I think Virginia started off first with Washington.
I think we all said Washington.
We did.
What's the other one? Wyoming?
Yep.
Nobody says Wyoming.
Geez,
Oh.
West Virginia.
Oh.
Mountain Mama. Take me home.
Gosh, that's a lot with W.
Yeah, geez.
It's an easy one. Threw a softball at you. All right, Virginia's got the lead here 2-1 over Jbird and Dennys.
Hold on, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
He's chugging his beer.
Like
It is
Popeye.
St. Patty's Day. I mean, you can't stop him.
Mm-hmm. Next one. Think fast. Something that stinks that starts with the letter T.
Turds.
Oh, okay. Virginia. Very nice. And you're going to wrap up a win with that one. Congratulations.
Thank you. I like to wrap it up with turds.
Yes. Well, she definitely did. All right, there you go. Virginia, the big winner. Coming up here in just a bit, too, we're going to be checking in on the Snack It March Fatness. What has the lead so far?
When does it
half of
change?
them.
When does it
Tomorrow we go to 32 from 64.
Good question, though.
Yeah. So we'll go check in with that coming up here in just a bit.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth.
Ow!
Looks good.
Yeah, this Think Fast cap is tight.
Yeah, it is. It looks tight.
It's heavy, y'all.
So tight you can't even talk.
Gives you like an instant headache.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's what you got. A lot of corona chaos happening here. And boy, people are not real happy if people want to get all jokey with it. There was a 22-year-old TikToker that was trying to start a new corona challenge by posting a video of herself licking a toilet seat on an airplane.
Oh my gosh. Are you an idiot?
I mean, how badly do you want to go viral?
I mean, you are doing the work.
You probably won't get the corones, but you're disgusting.
You have the Hep C.
Oh, yeah, you'll get something worse.
You have fecal. You're going to
For
get
you.
the E. coli.
Yes.
Ugh, girl.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of people that were not impressed. Even Meghan McCain even tweeted that she should go to jail. Wow. Go to jail.
So I would agree with Meghan McCain if it was ice cream and they lick it and they put it back where other people can get.
True.
I think they should go to jail.
I agree.
Yeah, they really kind of only hurt themselves. It's a victimless crime, I guess.
Although, do you want to sit down on some toilet where someone's been licking it?
No, I really don't.
I don't want my butt on your
saliva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be cleaner, though. I don't know. Handful of people in India have been throwing parties and drinking cow urine because they think that's going to help with the coronavirus somehow.
It's a little wrong out there.
Yeah, there is a lot of people doing it wrong. Some church leaders in South Korea panicked after a handful of people tested positive for coronavirus. So they thought salt water would help for some reason. So they started spraying it in people's mouths, but didn't disinfect the spray bottle. And now 46 more people got sick.
Oh, my gosh.
A lot of people just doing it wrong.
I mean, talk about increasing those numbers quickly.
Yeah. There's a woman in China. She decided to microwave her cash to kill the coronavirus. She wound up charring about $425.
It caught on fire.
It did, yes.
You big dummy.
Can't microwave your cash.
Look at it this way. It's a $425 great story.
And officials in the UK are worried that their sewage systems are going to get backed up because people are using toilet paper substitutes.
Oh.
We talked a little bit about that here. You know, what would you use instead of toilet paper?
Don't flush your sock.
Right, yeah.
Please.
Absolutely, yeah. People are, I'm sure, doing that kind of stuff. And people, too, probably just using wet wipes instead. We've talked about that, how you can't.
Wet wipes are most of them are not flushable.
If you ever do any of that stuff, you have to make sure you get it down, like crunch it down to a Whopper-sized ball, if that makes sense.
Or make sure you're a renter.
You're right, I am renting.
They say that people in the Netherlands are lining up to buy weed because all the stores are shutting down until April 6th.
Okay.
And they didn't want to go into quarantine without their marijuana.
Denny's perked up. He's like, you're damn right.
That's why you gotta know a guy, Kev.
Yeah, they say that even people who get it delivered, or the delivery services are being taxed by people ordering extra amounts of weed to make sure that they are stocked up.
Yeah, you think the toilet paper is being taken. They're not even reporting on the weed issue, Virginia.
Yeah. And I don't know if this is a good thing, and it's kind of odd. I guess she's just trying to help. There's a porn star in Russia that is offering to have sex with the first scientist who finds a cure. But I was thinking through this, if you're an infectious disease expert,
would you
do
want to
you
hook
want to
up?
have sex with a promiscuous porn star?
Probably not.
So, you know what this porn star's doing.
I mean, the expert, you know too much. You probably don't want to have sex with regular girls.
She's looking for a sexpert.
Okay. Well, they say the company behind Pokemon Go is working on updates to make it easier to search for Pokemon characters and to play at home, which that does seem to make sense.
Aren't we past this, though? Didn't we do this already?
Oddly enough, I can't believe it. I think there's still a lot of people playing Pokemon Go.
Really?
You don't hear as much about it, but I think it's still a thing.
The reason why you're not hearing about it is because people aren't going in people's yards like they were, but people are still playing it.
Huh.
Yeah. And talking about something, does this make sense or not? Somebody did text us and said, something a little weird that I can't personally understand with my work. We had a mandatory company meeting with over 100 people to tell us to not be in groups and that we are going to work remotely. Does that seem a little off to me?
Yes. And whoever's running your company needs to look in the mirror and punch themselves. You send out an email for that, you dummies. Oh, my God.
Hey, look, sometimes we don't know why we send stupid emails.
You know, the confidence cannot be running high at that corporation.
Yeah, you're right. There's just a lot of people doing it wrong. So there you go.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
The stories going on with the coronavirus are very fascinating, and how people are going to be handling their lives. It's something that I think we're all kind of listening and saying, okay, what are you going to do? What's this person going to be doing? To me, I just stress, I think it'd be good for us all to kind of try to figure it out and then kind of get on the same page if we can. And one of the things that's going to be interesting, we were talking about this with a couple that we talked to on Friday about a wedding that just happened here in South Florida on Saturday, where he's like, I don't want to go and be around people. And she's like, it's my sister's wedding. How dare you not go? And we're engaged and we're getting married in 6 months. And he wound up not going with her. And she was not overly thrilled with it. But, people got to make their own choices. But somebody sent an email that, my sister is getting married around the Detroit area in June, and the CDC, Centers for Disease Control, called her yesterday telling her she needs to postpone her wedding. They got her number from the venue. And apparently the CDC is calling wedding venues and telling people to postpone weddings.
So my boy Bigfoot's getting married in 2 weeks, and I talked to him today. Now, he's at high risk because of his kidney.
Of course.
He cannot be out in public. In fact, I said, hey, Jim, can I come over and see you if I want to? It depends on where you've been. I'm like, I've been...
You've been around the KVJ show, so the answer is no.
I've been around a radio studio, so I should not be around anybody.
You're right.
But they are looking like it's going to postpone the wedding because, like you were saying, Virginia, the venue is going to step in too. It doesn't matter whether you want to get married or not.
The venue is like, we can't do this because they're saying now you shouldn't gather with 10 people. If you're
Yeah.
even around 10 people. So think about that. Everybody, my husband included, that still is going to work today, that has 10 or more people in their office, you are doing exactly what the Centers for Disease Control are saying you shouldn't do.
Yeah, there are a lot of people trying to. There's just so much to try to process right now with everything that's happening. It goes to show you when you try to slam the brakes on society globally, what it does. I don't know that. When have we ever seen anything like this?
We've never seen anything like. And I
Never.
think that is why you're getting the uncertainty and panic from people that are not concerned that they're going to get sick from the flu. It's just the shutdown of things that's eerie.
Right.
I think that's the misconnect with some people, or disconnect. I've been drinking.
Some of us are running from the corona by drinking corona.
No, here's what I'm not going to run from St. Patty's Day. I think you can do this stuff responsibly and keep a uplifting mood. And
I'm not arguing with you.
I'm arguing with the demons in my voice.
You're already drunk and defensive.
Buzzed and defensive. Not quite drunk yet.
But working on it.
Know.
It looks like I'm going to be driving you home.
Oh, I love Uber Virginia.
So I think it'll be interesting to just see, where we are and people who have plans like that or major dates. What are you going to wind up doing? How is this all going to be handled? What is going to happen? And what does that mean for you financially? I've got a kid that's in school, and it seems like every day trying to figure out what is going on with him even is kind of interesting. I just saw we got an email from his school yesterday, and they're encouraging all students to leave if they would. And so they're trying to say if there's any way possible, we understand we have a lot of international students, but we would like
This
to
is
get...
Michigan?
Yep. And so he's up there. He has a job. He works up there. And so, he ultimately is staying, and he's up there doing that.
He's so smart. What's his take on this? Does he have a cure for the corona? I feel like he could get one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's really his thing.
He's like engineering, though. He's not
Yeah.
medical. There's a difference, right?
I don't know why you gotta be so hurtful.
Well,
I'm just trying to have fun over here.
Yeah, he's chemical engineer. He's more like different stuff. But yeah, but still, when you got kids up there doing that, and I said, they canceled his graduation that had happened, and I talked about for us,
What's your update on getting that money back from the hotel that you prepaid?
Yeah, so what it was you had to prepay, and there were no refunds. I knew that going into it. It was 3-night minimum. It was $600 a night.
Oh, what a kick in the shorts.
$1,800. They said that they will refund all but $800.
Okay, so there's $800.
Yeah, but you get no room. So your rooms are canceled, and they keep $800. And I'm like, I still don't like that.
I still don't like that.
I feel the same way. I
So
still
are
don't
they
like that.
Are they a big chain or not?
No, they are, I believe, owned by the university.
Oh.
Yes. It is a university-owned hotel.
But, okay, I'm still here to tell you, you can take this beef to Twitter and call them out for it. And if they start feeling the heat from the social media pressure of looking bad and taking advantage of people during a national crisis, they may give you all of that money back. But now's the time to turn up the heat on them.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair of them to keep $800
Yeah.
of your hard-earned money.
I don't like it.
Especially in a time like now when people are going to be needing every penny just to live.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be one of the big questions that are going on is, you're hearing about weddings and things like that. Yesterday we're talking about people that you might not even think, even photographers or people who say this is our season where we service so many of these social events that everybody's trying to figure out what to do. And now if everybody's, you got to start issuing refunds, you're like, I don't have the money to issue refunds because this keeps me going to this. And so there's just such a thing with money. It's just so complex.
It really, really is. And it's going to touch every single life.
Yeah.
All of us are going to be affected.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is we need to find the brightest minds on planet Earth, and we need to quarantine them and say, you're not leaving until you come out with an idea. Where's Bill Gates? We need to get him and just lock him in a room and be like, you're not coming out, Bill, till you got an idea how to fix all this.
Put him in there with your boy Elon Musk.
Right.
Y'all are officially locked in here till you figure this out and solve it.
That's 2 of the 5 minds. If you could put together 5 minds, who would you lock in the room? Be like going, I'm most confident in a week they'll come out with the best solution.
I go Gates, Musk, Ralston.
Okay.
I don't know. I put Dennys in before Ralston. Dennys is smart.
You kiss the ass of the person in the room.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Definitely Ralston. Brilliant and great hair.
The greatest hair. Ain't no corona.
Just put me in the room for the hair. That's the only thing I'll
You
do.
got to keep morale up, and that's what your hair
Look,
does.
that hair does bring some morale.
Yeah. I think I go Warren Buffett. You know,
Okay.
stock market, we need somebody to
Yeah,
do the
we need
financial.
a financial guy. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Question: can we bring back the dead?
No.
It's
a real game.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did
It's
I,
real.
Did I ruin the fake real game Kevin came up with?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
this is
bad.
right now, the 5 people we lock in the room be like going, you're not coming out until you haven't answered all this. Yeah, that's 3 or 4 of mine. Somebody said, Kev, I'm just curious with the hotel, is the venue using that $800 to pay their employees? I'm sure that's part of it. And, you know, there's part of me where it's like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to handle all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't love paying $800. I just, you know, it's just like mailing them a
Goodbye,
check. and
800.
Goodbye.
I didn't need you
If that-
anyway.
if that's the truth, they need to let you know that's what they're doing with the money. Because if not, you're not going to know. You're going to think you're just getting screwed. So if they're giving it to the employees as a PR, they should tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the GM might just be getting a new flat screen TV. I have no idea.
You need to take this to Twitter and let it just do its work, because this is what Twitter is good for.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that too. I'm going to take the Twitter when Virginia says something I don't like.
You're going to be on a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to use your own game against you.
You're going to get 2 likes.
No. There's people that definitely disagree.
Putting together our coronavirus all-star team here. These are a bunch of great minds. I want to just lock in a room for 1 week, and I want to say, okay, we've got disease and financial problems here, and you're not coming out until you've got an answer on how to deal with this. Because it seems like for every solution we got, if you do something that's going to be good to fight the disease, it's going to be bad financially. So you have to come up with a whole system that's going to fix all the problems all at once. I got Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett in there for the financial. And somebody texted in and said it needs to be narrated by Morgan Freeman. So when they all come out, Morgan Freeman is going to let us know what they've decided.
I love it.
I think that's the way to do it. I think we're getting there.
Or James Earl Jones. One of the two
True.
need to be the voice.
Well, the only thing is Morgan Freeman's more of a soothing voice to me, and I want a soothing voice.
I don't know. I want James Earl Jones, because he's going to lay it down, and people are going to take his words serious.
If he's talking about curfews or whatever, yeah, you might want to have James Earl Jones start and then Morgan Freeman for how he's going to make everything safe and better for us financially.
I'd like to put James Earl Jones versus Morgan Freeman. I mean, keep in mind, James Earl Jones has the whole people will come, Ray. People will come to Iowa for reasons they can't even fathom. He has that, and then he got what?
What is that? Are you quoting movies?
Yeah, that's.
You know what? I'm gonna shut up and.
I just didn't know what you were doing.
I just said he did that line from Field of Dreams.
Mm-hmm. Field of Dreams.
Oh, you didn't say that.
All right, I'll shut up.
Over here confused.
That's fine.
Yeah, I just need 2 more people for my coronavirus all-star team. Get them together. I think it should happen. A lot of people were wanting to know what our thoughts are with the Tom Brady news. Great news for the Dolphins. He is not going to be going back to the New England Patriots.
But where's he going?
The other team I'd heard was Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was between the two, and I think Tampa Bay was going to offer him possibly $30 million a year, and they didn't think that New England was going to do that. So apparently he's chasing the dollars, and that's the only other option that I know. I've been unplugged from the sports thing, but when I walked in here today, that's what it looked like. It was between those two.
So he's coming to Florida regardless, either Tampa or Miami?
No, I don't know where the Miami came from. No, it's good for Miami that he's not going to be in New England.
Oh,
yes.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers.
Just Tampa.
Is what I saw, but I don't know. We got an anonymous caller here from Port St. Lucie with a question. Yes, what is your question? Mm-hmm.
What does everyone think about a retail location that continues to stay open, even though they really have a lot of employees that are older with issues, and we have a lot of customers coming in with gosh knows what?
Yeah, you're saying, and you're asking what a lot of people have asked, and this is why we need a coronavirus all-star team, because there are businesses, and this is tough. What is the answer to that question? It's a very complex problem. There's so many complex problems with this that you need great thinkers to be able to come up, because every solution provides another problem. And so you say yes to fight the virus. When it seems like you do that, you say shut everything down for a couple of weeks. Let's do that, and
we don't need to go to Home Goods. We're good.
Right, but then the flip side of the problem with that is a lot of people say, hey,
I depend on that paycheck.
I got to have the money. What are you going to do for that? Because you're affecting a lot of people financially, and throws a lot of things. People living paycheck to paycheck for food and things like that. So I could have health issues myself because I'm not able to pay for food, and my kids this and that. So so every problem or solution to that problem provides another problem.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's very, very weird to be on Earth right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. We need a coronavirus all-star team. That's it. Just put these guys in there, whoever the greatest minds are on planet Earth.
Because we're not smart enough to figure it out.
No, I'm not going to be part of that
them.
team. I really won't.
Who are the greatest guys out there, Kevin? Typical man, no women mentioned.
Yeah, there's no women on your team, you sexist pig.
Condoleezza Rice.
Okay.
There you go. Put her in there. Logistics.
Nice recovery, Ralston.
You're welcome. Now, anybody else you'd add to it? 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. My thoughts on Tom Brady. Yeah, for me, I'm excited. The Dolphins are making some moves. I haven't had a chance to dive into it because I had to pay attention to coronavirus when I wanted to look at football news. But they made a couple of free agency moves. So the Dolphins are picking up. If they don't blow this draft, if they don't do some of the dumb stuff they've done in the history of their franchise with as many picks and as much money as they have, Virginia, the Dolphins could completely turn around. Like, you may see a boom in excitement for the Miami Dolphins, and Tom Brady just not being in New England, first of all, is big. How good's he going to do in Tampa Bay? I don't know. Good coach. Going to be interesting for him. But
who does he have to throw it to?
Yeah, I don't know. They'll probably put some other pieces around him, but yeah.
Interesting.
So that's my in-depth thoughts. There you go. Lots of stuff to think about. Jbird, what's your thought on it? Yep. St. Patty's Day, a couple beers.
He's 2 beers deep. He's taking a little beer nap. He'll be back with you after these messages.
I think I'm losing the room with a lot of things I'm saying, so I'm taking a break from talking.
Well, we'll get you back. We got your snack it coming up here in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, back half of this, we do the cut downs from 64 to 32 tomorrow. Who right now is in the lead? We'll find out the best snacks you like next.
Looking for what's going on in South Florida? Sign up for our KVJ e-blast and stay connected.
Well, pretty much everything has been canceled in the sports world. I think that's why people are freaking out. There's actually some sports news today. I know the NFL draft, they're going to be doing it pretty much at the same date, but they're not going to do it like they were going to do it in Vegas and have people around and the such. So that's going to be changing. So it is still going to at least go off, and the Dolphins are going to be able to use all those draft picks. March Madness, that is gone. So there's going to be no finale for men's and women's basketball, and a lot of people love doing those brackets. So we're providing different kind of brackets for you. We're doing our March Fatness bracket here. Jbird's favorite snack, 64 of them, and tomorrow we're going to knock that field down to 32.
Now, I do want to just kind of preface this. Not all 64 snacks are my personal favorite. I would say a good 90% are. I threw 10% in that I didn't necessarily love, but I knew the people loved. Just to make it a little bit more interesting.
Okay. Well, some of the ones that are now here on the back end that are winning.
It's a big deal that people know the rules and what's going on.
I understand. I get it.
I want them to know what the whole thought process.
Twix is beating Almond Joy.
We knew that was going to happen.
Kit Kat is beating Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
We knew that was going to happen.
Pizza Combos is beating Corn Nuts.
Definitely. I mean, Corn Nuts, honestly, Corn Nuts is probably the weakest team in the snack it.
They're a 16 seed?
Yeah, they're a 16 seed, definitely.
Oh, I love Corn Nuts.
I know that people do like Corn Nuts. I've
been loving them since the 80s. My mama turned me on to Corn Nuts. It's a tradition.
Chocolate Twinkies are beating the Cheez-Its.
I can see that.
Bagel Bites are beating Chex Mix Muddy Buddies.
That is a bit of an upset, in my opinion.
You think so?
The Chex Mix Muddy Buddy is so delicious. I don't know if that's on everyone's radar as a great snack.
I prefer the regular original Chex Mix in the blue bag. I'm not down with the Muddy Buddy. It's too busy.
That's because you're all old and you live in DeQuesta. They love Chex Mix there, the boring kind.
The Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookies are beating the Ritz Toasted Crisp Original.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. That's what the Dennys has highlighted here.
Y'all, you guys need to inform yourself about these Ritz crisp crackers. They are amazing. What are you doing?
If we don't know about them, are we un-American?
You're a little un-American.
Okay.
You're a little ill-informed.
Just want to see where you're set.
Barbecue Fritos are beating Wise Cheese Doodles.
Again, did not see that coming.
Funyuns are beating Pringles Pizza Flavored.
That's an even matchup.
Okay. You've got, as we had mentioned, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is beating the whatchamacallit.
I mean, that you're going to see Reese's in the Final Four. I'll be shocked if it's not.
Milky Way is beating Chunky. You've got, on this, Gummy Bears are beating Totino's Pizza Rolls.
Oh, my gosh.
Gummies. 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 Gummies.
Yeah, people love gummies. I didn't want to put them in there, but I knew people like you, Virginia, wanted them represented.
I live for Haribo gummies. I like to leave them out so they get a little harder. And then I like to work that gummy.
Love a stale worm. Stale gummy worm.
A gummy worm that's been out for a couple of days makes me so happy.
Hurts the jaw a little bit. That pain's good for you.
Work that gummy.
They got Flips chocolate-covered pretzels beating Cool Ranch Doritos.
Wow, that's kind of an upset in my opinion.
They're both wonderful. I hate to see either one of them knocked out, but I don't know. Depending on any given day, I could be more down with the Doritos because some days I'm more salty, some days I'm more sweet.
Do we have an issue with the snack hit?
I don't know. I'm just noticing the Dennys has them highlighted, the one that's winning, but it's everyone is the top bracket. And there's a few where I'm like, well, and that seems surprising.
I'm with you over here because I know you're a Cool Ranch Dorito guy, and you really kind of bet it all with that one. How are they losing to?
Well, you notice every single one, it's the top line that's highlighted.
Well,
so in all 32 matchups, it's the top line that's winning, Dennys?
Well, so on the printout, it puts the winner on top. So it doesn't matter what order they were
I
in
got
when
you.
they
Okay.
voting went. It puts it on top so you can see it. I highlighted it just so you could see it easier.
Oh, I got you.
For some reason, it printed in low res, and my printer's not working. So
Do you feel, though, the snack it kind of giving some snack tension here?
I feel like Denny's has it together. Kevin wanted to question him. Denny's is like, no, blah, 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 blah. He's like, put the room at ease.
Well, I actually brought it up to Suits, that same exact thing.
But these all are the top line because I wrote these out before I had these results, and this is all the first one in each category.
Get some popcorn, Virginia.
Kevin's questioning you.
Well, I don't know. I'm just in 32 matchups, the one that you listed first in every single one is the one that's winning.
Denny's, what do you have to say about that?
So on mine might look different than yours. I have it on randomize.
Oh,
so
okay.
It will
We'll
give
compare
you the
notes.
same pairings, but your question one might be different from my question one.
I mean, if you guys can't get this right,
I'll double check
do we
it
have
for
to put it on pause?
So here's what we need to do. We need to have probably a very serious meeting, a sit down after the show today to make sure we've got the right rules and regulations in place.
But not all in the same room because we don't want to catch the coronas.
That's right. We'll do it on a
via Skype.
Teleconference.
I'll double check it for you. Though.
Because we have to make sure this is accurate. If
Okay.
anything we've done in the last week, this is the thing that has to be
Just
right.
tell me if anything sounds too crazy for you. We got Little Debbie Swiss cake rolls beating the Sargento string cheese.
That is viable. That I can defend that.
Oatmeal cream pies beating cheddar goldfish.
I can defend that.
Sour cream Pringles beating the Zapp's voodoo flavored chips.
That's a shock, but here's what I think about that. I feel like the public does not know as much about Zapp's as they do about Pringles.
People need to know about Zaps because they are delicious and they're crunchy and they're so thick.
So on a talent level, Zapp's should be in the Final Four. I don't know if they've got the stamina or the notoriety to get them in the top four.
Well, thank you, Jbird. Potato Sticks is beating Mounds Candy Bar. Butterfinger is beating Peanut M&M's. Reese's Nutrageous is beating Krispy Kreme glazed donut.
That's a bit of a shock for me.
Beef jerky is beating Oreo cookies. And the Nature Valley peanut butter granola is beating the banana moon pies.
Again, you have some results in there. I find them, being the president of this snack hit.
Oh, you're the president?
Who is ever in charge? As far as
I think Kevin's in charge.
Well, Kevin's like he's
I'm just along for the ride here,
He's the
Virginia.
suit that puts it on. I see what you're saying. But he doesn't know enough about the snacks. But he is funding it.
No, this is a Jbird Dennys production here. They put the love in this. This is them.
Dennys. I don't think Dennys doing is messing up my snack hit.
Damn.
You gotta see if it's legit
The
voting.
heads will roll.
This was strictly a bird thing. I quarantined myself just to come up with these snacks.
Yes, that's why we've got to make sure that the voting is legit. I mean, today is election day, so there's going to be probably a lot of voting questions. We got to make sure ours is right.
Well, I accept it. I'm going to live or die by this thing. And if people want to come down on me hard, I don't want Denny's to get that stank. But if people are loving it, I don't want Denny's to get that praise.
Okay.
This is my party.
Well, let's not forget that today is St. Patrick's Day. Kind of odd.
Overshadowed by the coronavirus. Just a tad.
Not for some of us. Some of us kind of crushing St. Patty's Day today.
It'd be really interesting to see exactly how some places are going to respond to this. Somebody said, there's actually a place that's doing a massive block party in Coral Springs today. I'm like, really? Okay. All right.
Coral Springs, is that the smartest thing to do?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I thought higher of you, Coral Springs. Aren't you a neighborhood community of families?
But
well, I mean, right now there's no restrictions closing things down. I mean, there are some bars that are gonna have to start closing at 10 o'clock tonight. I know Del Rey is jumping on that. We're starting at 10 p.m. tonight. They're going to have to shut down.
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Is that really going to do that much of a...
No.
Yeah.
So from 8 to 10, there's no way you can get the corona?
Yeah. But apparently that's when it really hits hard. It's starting at 10:15. You really got a lot of coronavirus out there.
That's when corona starts to creep out at night.
Yeah, Hollywood bars and restaurants are going to be doing that. And I know they got some good Irish bars there on Hollywood Boulevard, so I'm sure that'll probably be cranking today. Interesting to see who's going to be out. Because, there are a lot of people who are probably working from home. So would somebody get in trouble if they're supposed to be working from home and their boss sees a photo on social media of them out partying for St. Patty's Day?
Probably.
No. Okay, we have different opinions.
No, you say no.
If you're getting your work done and you're quarantined and you can't help that, no one's telling you have to stay in. I get you're going to get social media hate.
But the boss is going to be like, what are you doing?
Okay, well, let's walk this through. If you are a boss and you see an employee that is supposed to be working from home today on social media raging at an Irish bar, should you be mad? And if so, how mad should you be? Now, the couple things are, one, hey, you're supposed to be working, not raging. If you were here at work, you couldn't be out drinking. So you're
Unless
kind of
you're Jbird.
betraying.
I'm doing this for the people to give a little normalcy out there.
So that might make them upset, one. And two, they might say, hey, you're out there in large crowds, 10 or more people, which they're encouraging people not to do. And if you get infected, how long before you can get back and start associating with the other people here at the office? I know probably a lot of offices would like to get this over with and get everybody back in.
Yes.
You might want to hit the reset button on that kind of thinking. And it may not be in a week. It may not be in 2. You got to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
I think the boss is just going to look at it and go, poor judgment. Bad form. You look bad. And if you're a reflection of your company where you work, the boss don't want that.
You know what? I can talk my way out of this. Let's do some role playing. You be the boss and you confront me and I can talk my way out of this.
Yeah, Jbird, I saw on social media, it looked like you were doing some Jameson shots online.
He's drinking a beer. Hold on.
So, boss man, I hear you. It's been complete hell out there.
Yeah.
I am not at my best right now because I am suffering from terrible anxiety.
Yeah.
I feel like it's all going down, baby.
Sure.
I just wanted to, have one last St. Patty's Day before the big one gets me, if the big one does come. Am I close?
The big one.
I'm just saying, you're hiding behind anxiety.
Yeah, if I'm the I don't know. Yeah.
Damn.
That's your excuse to go out and drink now.
Ebenezer Kev.
You didn't look like you were very anxious in those pictures where you're topless.
Right.
Well,
doing body shots
Yeah.
off of some 25-year-old.
Look when the whiskey hits, baby. Come on. Come on.
She couldn't help herself.
Yeah.
She had to get topless.
By the way,
yeah.
guess who's in town for spring break? Lana.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
She's picked up the coronavirus, I'm sure.
Oh, she's got that and about 15 other communicable diseases.
She might have to Skype into the show then.
You think this is the first disease Lana's had?
She is not allowed in the studio. Some law and order needs to be in play.
I would agree with that.
What'll be interesting, I saw this poll about whether or not you should handshake right now. And if somebody tried to shake your hand, would you refuse a handshake? If somebody put their hand out,
Yes, I would.
you would refuse it.
I would. I would just
You
be like,
would.
not right now. Come on.
I'd even go as far as hugging
And
somebody.
you throw a come on out there?
Yeah. I turn you down, and then I'm judging you.
Wow, then you kind of, it sounds like you kind of snap at him a little bit.
Yeah. I kind of want to let you know what's up. No, we should not be extra touching each other for no good reason.
I know it's not a popular comment to say, but if someone tries to hug me, I'm gonna hug him back. Don't do what the bird does.
The bird will bump and grind you if you stay still long enough.
That is not true. I have not had sex in a while.
That's why you're going to bump and grind people
Yeah.
if they hug you long
I
enough.
gotta stop drinking.
Yeah.
He's getting a little honest over
Tell
here,
us
isn't he?
some more.
Yeah. He's ready to talk, I think. He's warming up for the...
I think I might be.
Is the sexual camel finally ready to get his hump
Oh,
on?
no, now's not the right time to get the case of the hornies.
You got that right.
Yeah.
So stop drinking.
It's making it harder on yourself.
You are literally making it harder
It's
on
St.
yourself.
Patty's Day with responsibility. I want to make sure that I tag on that responsibility.
Oh, yes.
Because someone will email Kevin.
One lucky lass is getting a booty call later today.
Not true.
Well,
Not true.
What I think is going to be interesting today, if you do see people that are out, and you'll probably see people at some bars, partying up for St. Patrick's Day. According to the survey, 37% of people say that they would shake the person's hand. 45% more people said that they wouldn't. But I'm just kind of curious because earlier in the day, you might see some social distancing. I have a feeling later on the night, right before they shut the bars down at 10 p.m., you're going to see that social distancing 6 feet just completely go by the wayside.
You're right. If everybody's drinking in the bar and there's
Hey, man,
music,
get over here and hug me.
there's going to be a hugging, followed by crying.
I want to hug Kevin so bad. Just thank him for giving me my first radio job.
Yes.
Give me a hug.
So you're going to see proper social distancing early, later, not so much.
You're right. A couple shots and you're hugging everybody.
Oh, it's falling apart, man.
Did you miss a segment from the KVJ Show? Find it on kvjshow.com or soundcloud.com/KVJ Show.
Stories of what is going on with people having to deal with the inconveniences of the coronavirus. And today being typically a big bar day. I know over the weekend, a lot of people were getting their St. Patty's Day party in, but today's actual St. Patrick's Day. And different places doing different things. There is a few block parties that are going to be going on and some bars that will be open. You can check, and a lot of towns have their bars open, and only a few towns, even in South Florida, have any restrictions where they're going to be closing just at 10 p.m. because we all know you become a lot more infectious after 10 p.m.
I become a lot more annoying after 10 p.m.
True, yes.
Or do you say before 10 a.m.?
The Irishman, which is an Irish pub in Boca, they decided to close today, but they're going to be live streaming a band from their bar. So you could, crank that up maybe and sit at home and drink your Guinness and, at least get a little bit of the ambiance of an Irish pub.
If you want to come over, Virginia, do a little concert for the people, we'd love to have you. When I say we, I mean me and Chewy.
Your best girl. Nah, I'm going to chill at the crib. I'm going to go. I got Rocco and Mags I got to entertain.
Kevin, I'd ask you, but I don't feel like being denied twice publicly.
Oh, the St. Patty's pain.
And listen to this. Somebody texted and said, a friend of mine is no longer allowed to go to my bachelorette party, which is supposed to be next weekend in Key West. Her boss told her that if she goes, she will be forced to self-quarantine for 2 weeks without pay.
Well, I mean, look, y'all, unfortunately, the virus does not care about your plans.
The virus doesn't care about your bachelorette party either.
They don't care if you're getting married, whether you have a party to go to. It doesn't care.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like being in a headspace where I wanted to go have a bachelorette party.
Well, I think you're going to find that you're probably not going to have it. The venues are going to probably start shutting down.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you want to still do that right now? Like, what's the matter with you?
Everybody's got a different tone on all this, so that's what part of the challenge.
As of Sunday, my boy Bigfoot goes, yeah, no corona stopping this wedding. It's what, Tuesday now? Yeah, we're not doing the wedding.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Happy St. Patty's Day. It is the KVJ show. Going to be interesting to see. All the things are going to start moving online and how people are going to be doing it. Going to have a viral like St. Patty's Day today.
I'm talking with the people right now. I gave out my number on the air. Everyone's being cool. No meanies yet, Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah. I think everyone just wants to have a little fun today, safely and responsibly.
Maybe we could do like a Facebook St. Patty's Day bash.
Brother, I told you, whatever you need, Sasquatch Recordings can make happen.
Yeah.
It's y'all. I'm not afraid to be around y'all. You guys can come over. We can get weird. I'll make snacks, healthy for keto for Kev, Cheeto for me. Whatever you want, Virginia. I'm ready to go full gorilla.
I know you are the hostess with the mostest.
He is.
And
He
you got the spirit and the vibe. It's just hard for me to get in a party frame right now.
It's not. I'm not trying to be party framed to be, irresponsible. I'm just trying to give a little normalcy.
I know, I get it. I'm just super uptight. We're all going to be set different, and that's the thing right now. We got to just try to coexist and figure out, how to be kind to each other, even though we might not all be set the same.
I'll get you that gross-ass shrimp you like.
That shrimp at Bud's, get me that.
Now that's good.
That's how you get me there.
That's the good stuff.
Tell me you got them Bud's fried shrimps.
I can't believe the show's over.
Just about. We're just about there.
I gotta get a quote.
You gotta get a thought of the day real quick.
I know. It's coming up. The After the Show podcast. Got a lot of stuff going to be going on here.
Time flies when you're drinking beer, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a great time with y'all.
Yeah. People want to know if that was a leprechaun coat that you're wearing or an elf coat.
Great question. It's an elf coat, but because of times are very trying right now. I didn't have a leprechaun coat, so I went with my elf coat.
Okay.
Recycle, reuse.
Look, this wasn't a cheap elf coat either, by the way. I'm glad I'm getting some more use out of it.
You literally are green while you're being green.
That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. I love that positivity. Jbird, before we get to the After the Show podcast, why don't you give us your thought for the day?
Do you want it in a serious tone or do you want it in that Irish accent?
Oh, Irish accent.
It's dedicated to y'all, too.
Okay.
A good friend is like a four-leaf clover. Hard to find and lucky to have. You're very lucky. I'm very lucky. We're lucky.
Yes.
I had to keep talking.
It was good, yeah.
3 beers in, you kind of kept it together.
3?
3? Who you counting? Yeah.
You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.